Only 2 weeks remain of the regular season. Tonight, Moon and Upper St. Clair are set to square off with a ticket to the WPIAL playoffs at stake. It's the stretch run of the regular season. Buckle up. West Hills meets South Hills. See who can keep their bus moving into November next. We are almost to the end of the road, and there's no time to look back in the past. It's all about executing tonight so you have a future. Everything you've worked for, all the effort you've put in can come down to one play, allowing you a next one. As the temperatures dip in this town and the lights get bright, every team is searching for that spark to win the fight. The Moon Tigers, the comeback kids of the season, with their eyes set on punching their ticket to the playoffs. The Upper St. Clair Panthers, ready to rebound, with a young core knowing anything can happen in November if you get there. Because the best way to prove the doubters wrong is to prove yourself right under the lights of a Friday night. Tonight from Upper St. Clair, it's our Steel City High School football showcase game of the week. As tonight, it's week 8 across the WPIAL. It's the Upper St. Clair Panthers taking on the Moon Tigers. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. I am Matt Fargo. Look who's back. Fresh off the CFL, it's Johnny Patrician. JP, congratulations and welcome back. Good to have you back, brother.
Thank you, Matt. I'm just so thankful that you were welcoming me back in the first place. I'm honored to be here. You know, I thought I wasn't going to see you for a while, but we're back just in time.
Just in time for the stretch run of this regular season. Upper St. Clair and Moon both trying to punch their ticket into the WPIAL playoffs and both coming off of bounce-back wins. Moon, an impressive one against Bethel Park. They lost to Peters Township 2 weeks ago. They bounce back at home, get the win over the Blackhawks. Meanwhile, out of conference for Upper St. Clair in a win over Canada McMillan. But both of these teams realize how important the win here tonight is.
We're down to the nitty-gritty of the season. It's getting colder. The weather feels nice, like Western PA football is back. I'm excited for the stretch run to get to the playoffs.
All right, I'm excited to see who you're looking at as key players. Let's take a look at it.
Nazir Brookins, you know, he's a do-it-all running back. And also, they have a stable of running backs that get the ball consistently. I'm looking for him and Josh Bladel to carry the load tonight. And these two guys do it all for the Moon Tigers.
Yeah, between the two of them, 975 yards rushing between the two in that two-headed running attack for the Tigers. On the other side, who are you looking at for Upper St. Clair?
You know, similar to Moon, I'm looking at the running back, Mason Chambers. USC passes the ball a lot, but this is the guy they rely on to get the yards in the tough situations. He does everything for USC. Out of the backfield in the passing game and the running game, big game out of him coming tonight.
It will be for sure, especially here at home in front of the home fans here at USC. All right, JP, time for the keys to the game, brought to you by Nick Chevrolet. Before you buy, give Nick a try. JP, how do you get a win here tonight?
Hey, those Nick Chevrolet people, man, they're the best. Go check them out. But for tonight, for the Moon Tigers, I'm looking for them to continue to use the old school identity. They're tough. They don't throw the ball often, like I mentioned. They use a stable of running backs. They're not flashy. It's not sexy. They rely heavily on the run. But what I like most about this team is there's no quit. They lost their first 3 games, then they won the next 3. But more importantly, who's going to step up in crunch time? I think this is going to be a one-possession game. Somebody has to answer the call when it comes to the final minutes of the game. And for Upper St. Clair, they got to push the pace. I've mentioned how Moon runs the ball so much. If Upper St. Clair can get an early lead, they can run away with this thing. And also, which offense is going to show up? They've been a little inconsistent this year at times. In their 2 losses, they only scored 10 points and 0 points. They got to bring it tonight.
There are only 2 spots in this conference guaranteed a playoff spot, and then, of course, the wild card. You don't want to roll the dice at that. So the winner of this game knows that they're that much closer to punching their ticket to access to Acrisure. It's Upper St. Clair. It's Moon. When we come back, the Vindies get you ready for kickoff here on the Showcase on KDKA+.
Are you ready? sideline with nobody to beat. There he goes.
Put it all on the line, put it all on the line. I know it's the time. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, oh, let's go, oh, let's go.
You better be ready tonight for Week 8 of the WPIL. It's the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine as we get you ready for the Panthers of Upper St. Clair and the Tigers of Moon, a 5A showdown. And the way that 5A JP is just log-jammed with great teams, I think Peters Township may be that one team. They've proven it to this point, being unblemished and handing both of these teams losses. But anything can happen in the postseason. You know that firsthand. So this one pivotal for both of these teams.
I'm excited. Tonight, there's a lot of implications on both sides. You know, these sidelines are very familiar with each other, and everybody in the stadium tonight knows it's a big game.
Yeah, Moon, what a story. You start off 0-3 this season, and then you beat the number one team at that time at Penn Hills, which we saw last week here on the showcase, and they rattled some wins off. Then they lost to Peters Township 2 weeks ago, but they were in that game. They were trailing by 6 in the third quarter, and then Peters ended up scoring 24 points, so the score didn't indicate how close that game was. And meanwhile, when Peters Township came here to Upper St. Clair a few weeks ago, it was all Indians. They rolled the table, but what Upper St. Clair has been able to do, change some things, had some injuries. They feel like they could get things rolling here in the right direction. And it's kind of crazy that the team that's 4-4 has a better position in terms of postseason play than the team that's 6-2, but that is the case tonight.
You know, you mentioned how Moon lost their first 3 games of the season, and I'm so impressed because most teams would have rolled over and quit for the rest of the season. But the fact that they won their next 3 shows the character and the type of culture they have in that locker room. Extremely impressive. But what also needs to be said is that 4 of their games have been decided by 3 or less. So they easily could have won another game or 2 or lost a game or 2. A lot of their games are coming down to 1 possession, last drive of the game type games. So I'm excited.
All right, and it's time for the Allegiant Federal Credit Union kickoff. Allegiant bringing you kickoffs to start our Steel City High School Football Showcase all year long, as the Panthers will send it the way of the Tigers. Bennett Henderson, the kicker for Upper St. Clair. Braden Stewart back to receive for the Tigers of Moon. Here we go. Panthers, Tigers, a cat fight on a Friday night. Here at our showcase, we're underway. This one fielded from just the 1-yard line. They will let him return it from across the 20-yard line to the 22. And that is where the Moon offense will take the field for the first time. And they, led by sophomore quarterback, both of these teams have sophomore quarterbacks. It's Andrew Cross for Moon, but we expect him to doing a lot of handing off to the football of that 2-headed running attack that we were talking about at pregame.
Moon clearly gets it done on the ground. They rely on that. It's smash mouth football for the Moon Tigers tonight.
Here we go. Tigers love to run the football, operating out of kind of a hybrid, as Ryan Lynn called it, wing T offense. Now they're going to flip the whole formation. They're going to put the quarterback and Cross at the wide receiver position and now go Wildcat with it. They're going to go it off the left side. It's Braden Stewart going off the left side, and not much doing there. Upper St. Clair wasn't fooled at all. Cameron Phillips comes up to make the tackle as we take a look at the Upper St. Clair starting defense. And they got some guys, and certainly it will be Stewart, one of them. But another guy I'm looking at on the defensive front, Nate Stoll. Keep an eye on number 58 tonight.
You know, they're swarming after the ball tonight. It seems like they got a ton of energy and a ton of tenacity ready to unleash on the Moon Tigers.
They go pitch left side. Got a little bit of room there for the Tiger pitch, and that goes to Paul Brono. The sophomore gets the pitch and will be picking up about 5 to the 30-yard line, where it's third down at the 30.
Moon trying to do a lot of misdirection here.
You might not know it now, Matt, but this play right here is super important for Moon going forward.
And it's going to get blown dead as the flags come flying. First time we'll talk to the officials tonight.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
And why I mentioned that, Matt, is because with Moon's style of play, how they're so run heavy, they're in a bad situation if they get down early. So their strategy, they need to score first, control the clock, and pick the pace of the game themselves. So that's why this first drive of the game to set the tone is super important.
Great example of that just last week. They had a 28-0 halftime lead over Bethel Park, ended up winning the game 42-34. So that's the type of game they want to play. Obviously, they don't want to let a team back in it like they did, but they want to have control of the football and do it here early. As there's a nice misdirection on the wing tee, and they get the first down and more. First carry for Josh Bladel. The senior picks up a first down to the 40-yard line. Bladel was just a special teamer on that Whitfield runner-up team from 2 years ago.
Wow, and I guess that's why they are the way they are. Most people wouldn't run on 3rd and 9, but that's why they do it.
First down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball sits at the 40-yard line. Shotgun for the sophomore, Andrew Cross. And, wow, everybody moving on that one.
Flag on the play.
Got a lot of laundry here so far.
Yes. And how difficult is it from a player standpoint on all of this motion, all this
Prior to the
pre-snap
snap,
motion that
false
we're
start, offense, number 58. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, I'm going to tell you a secret here. So when they come out of the huddle, when Moon comes out of the huddle, and they go into a formation, before they break into a new formation, a few of the players are going to be looking back at the quarterback. So that's how you know that they're about to all change into a new formation, because they're not going to be looking back at the quarterback if that's the position that they want to align in for the real play.
There's Nazir Brookins. No change in the formation there as Brookins picks up a Tiger first down, and he's right at the midfield stripe. First down, Moon.
Did that make sense?
Absolutely.
So it's almost like a tell. If the guy who's across from you is looking in the backfield, waiting for the signal, he's going to go somewhere else.
Brookins, the junior, 6 foot 225. Going to stay in that Wildcat formation for the Tigers. Right side this time, it's Bladel. Bladel bottled up, nowhere to go. And on the scene again is the linebacker Cameron Phillips for the Panthers.
Now this is where USC needs to capitalize on this drive. They got Moon behind the sticks exactly where they want them.
It'll be 2nd and 14.
Yeah, loss of 4 back to the 46-yard line. Tigers coming off that 42-34 win over Bethel Park. And now another opportunity off the left side. It's Brona, and Brona's just a yard or two shy of a first down for the Tigers. Just when you think they get behind the sticks, they pick it right back up.
You know, when you're playing against an offense like this, your defensive backs have to be extremely disciplined on their keys. And on that play right there, USC's defensive backs were almost at like 8 yards. 8 yards away from the line of scrimmage at the snap. So they're expecting run, and their angles have to be precise.
Paul Brona, just a sophomore. Now they go back to Bladel. Bladel ducks inside to the 39-yard line, and this is exactly what Moon wants to do right now, possess the football. Although it is kind of interesting with the ground and pound, you're not seeing them use much of the play clock either. It's kind of a quick hurry-up way of running the wing tee, which is different.
It is quick, but the clock doesn't stop at all because there's no incomplete passes.
Yeah. We'll talk about what Cross has done. 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions on the season. Back to Brookins, and Brookins picks up a bunch. Give him 9 on the first down carry. Tripped up shy of the 30.
That's a big running back running full steam ahead. Out of the Wildcat there. I like that.
That brings down 2nd and short from the Panther 31.
It takes a lot of Panthers to bring him down there.
2nd down and 1 from the 31. Tigers have had 4 or 5 different players take snaps on this drive, and here's 6. Nicky Pizzoli, a junior on the Tigers squad, takes it and isn't able to get much. It's actually going to, I'm going to say maybe a half a yard. 3rd down and less than a yard here for the Moon Tigers on this opening drive.
You know, you mentioned that 3 or 4 players have taken snaps for Moon under center already. That is so unique.
Yeah.
That is unheard of. That just shows the quality and the plethora of players that they have.
Bladel this time lighted up at the quarterback position, and he'll go right up the middle, pick up the 1st down. For Upper St. Clair, it was Reese Perrine on the tackle, the sophomore, but not before the Tigers get another fresh set of downs. And a busy night so far for the stick crew on that far sideline.
This is exactly what we talked about pregame, and we're seeing it here firsthand. The old school identity, the no big plays, no splash plays. They're just going to slowly go down the field, 7-yard run, 8-yard run.
Back at a quarterback is Bronaugh. He'll go off the left side, and he almost got the corner, and nice job of tracing it down. It was 6-on-6. John Banbury, the freshman, who I've been told Upper St. Clair has exciting things ahead for him all over the athletic scene, but he'll make the tackle. And I tell you, he almost broke that one if he would have been able to get the corner.
I thought he almost had it for a second. I was waiting to hear you screaming here.
3rd down and 1 from the 21 for Moon. Another 3rd and short situation. They go back to Brookins, and he picks up another Moon Tiger 1st down to the 15-yard line.
And Upper St. Clair knows that Moon isn't going to throw the ball. All 11 of their defenders were within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage. You never see that.
And I was talking to Ryan Lynn.
Timeout. Upper St. Clair, that's their first.
All right, Upper St. Clair wants to take a break. We will too. No score between the Panthers and the Tigers. You're watching the Steel City High School Football Showcase. The Panthers and Tigers when we come back on KDKA Plus.
That's really cool, that shot.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 5 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Why call 2 men in a truck? If you're like Joe, you need to move your business without moving a single meeting. The word stop isn't in your vocabulary. You want it handled with no hitches, no glitches, and no sweat. That's why you call 2 men in a truck.
2 men in a truck. Panera's You Pick 2 means when part of you wants crispy, crunchy, fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky, peppery. Both U's win big. You pick 2 and get more. Cater your next event with Panera.
Mother Nature inviting themselves to Friday night here tonight. Moon and Upper St. Clair, no score with Johnny Patrician. Matt Fargo with you here tonight. Moon's opening drive of the night. And they've just sustained this running attack as flags come down, and they finally get this pile that keeps rolling, and a couple more flags pop out. So the Zebras have some things to sort out. Multiple penalties on this one, but as they sort this penalty out, JP, let's, I think we're going to get word here from the officials. Holding. I'll do the sign language duties there. I think he turned it on, then turned it back off there.
The holding call on the Tigers is going to back them up.
Hit us with a pump fake.
It will be 1st and 20.
So when you mute yourself on a phone call and you're talking to them, you think you have a whole conversation and you don't even know. That's what happened there. Back to the 25-yard line on the hold. So we'll replay first down. Tigers have gotten themselves in a couple behind-the-stick situations on this drive, and they've still been able to carve themselves back out of it.
It's impressive. Every time I think the drive's about to be over, they run for 11 yards.
And this is Nas Brookins trying to follow some blockers, and all he's going to be able to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage, no further. St. Clair all over it. And again, John Banbury on the scene. And Nate Stoll, who I told you to watch earlier, JP.
It's a good prediction right there. The rain is coming down here, Matt. So this game is going to be won and lost in the trenches.
2nd down and 20. Motion is Brona. Getting the snap is Perzoli. They reverse it, coming here to the near side, trying to get an opportunity. Wide open flip over for the Moon touchdown. The Tigers hook up. Nicholas Clemens makes the catch for the touchdown as the Tigers go trickeration for the touchdown.
Wow, Matt.
Bladel on the toss to Clemens.
Bladel tucked the ball as if he was going to run and then slowed down and pulled it up and threw it to the wide open man in the end zone. Creative.
Told you that Andrew Cross, the quarterback, as the starter, has 3 touchdowns. How about Bladel tossing one for 6 as Moon puts it through the poles.
Perfect play call. That's exactly what Moon needed to start this game.
Hayden Poland puts it through the poles, and Moon has a 7-0 lead over Upper St. Clair here on the Steel City High School Football Showcase, presented by UPMC Sports Medicine on KDKA+.
Pittsburgh. Its long and proud heritage is beautifully preserved in the awe-inspiring buildings that surround it, in the places where we live, where we worship, and where we play. One company has been awarded the challenge of restoring all that great heritage for nearly 75 years. Mariani and Richards, restoring the heritage, preserving the pride.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBA Life.
What does it do?
It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends.
What's so great about that?
My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBA Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more.
Oh.
You might be interested in a GBA Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
And we'll welcome you back to Upper St. Clair Steel City High School Football Showcase. That drive, JP, 15 plays, 78 yards, 5 first downs. As the kick is squibbed, picked up at the 23-yard line and over the 30. On the return for Upper St. Clair, Charlie Bywolski. As we take a look at the Upper St. Clair starting offense, first time we'll see them with 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Ethan Hellman, first time out for the USC offense.
You know, I know we're supposed to talk about USC's offense right now, but what a statement from Moon on their first drive of the game. That's exactly how they drew it up all week in practice.
Mason Chambers, the tailback, Bywolski on that return for the USC offense is the sophomore Hellman in the shotgun. Moving in motion is Dallum, and they hand it off, giving it off to Chambers. And the senior picks up 3 or 4 as a flag comes flying in late.
It's going to be a free 15, Matt.
Something a little extra from the guys in red and white.
You know, I saw what happened. The push wasn't that bad, but he tripped over his teammate.
After the play, personal foul, defense, number 6, 15-yard penalty. The result, first down.
Take a look at it.
Stop right here. Now you're going to look at this scrum right there. Go ahead, play it. Now keep your eye on it. He pushes him and it tabletops him over top the pile and falls down over there. I think if he didn't fall, they wouldn't have given 15.
Yeah. Back to live action. They throw it out to the far side. It is completed. Julia Dallum. Dallum makes the reception. Nice open field tackle there. That was Prizzoli on the stop for the Tigers. Dallum was the quarterback much of last year that went to the WPIO championship, lost in the finals, and now moving into the wide receiver spot. But one of the great athletes at Upper St. Clair, also a basketball player, USC, and there's a lot of them that play football and hoops. Second down at 8 from the 49-yard line. As Dallum going in the Wildcat. Just mentioned he played quarterback much of last year, and they do have a Wildcat package for him. You get to see it as we take a look at the Moon Tiger defense. Back in 1998, they had that zero-tolerance defense that won the Whitfield Championship, their only Whitfield title. This Moon defense is pretty good, too, led by one of the linebackers, Rocco Sinatra. Josh Plato leads the team in tackles. 44 of them coming into tonight as Chambers gets the carry to the 45-yard line, picks up down to the 44.
Rocco Sinatra is such a great linebacker name.
Yeah,
like, if I told you his name and asked you what position he played, you'd say linebacker. No doubt about it.
No doubt.
With the tackle for the Tigers brings up fourth down.
It's going to bring up fourth down for USC.
And 3.
They are going to go in the pistol formation. Moon showing like everybody's coming.
Wow, look at that. All their players are within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage.
And give it to Chambers, and Chambers has the first down. Inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. They go for it on fourth down, and the Panthers convert it.
That was old-fashioned. We're going to line up across from you, and we're going to run it right through you. Everybody knew where the ball was going, and Moon couldn't stop it.
It's kind of what we've seen both sides.
Yeah.
This needs to be played on a grass field in the mud right now.
Yeah, this is a physical game so far.
Second down, or beg your pardon, first down with 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Opening quarter of play, shotgun formation, and it's again Dallum in that Wildcat and trying to reverse field and waiting on him for the Moon Tigers. Travis Lindsay Jr. makes the tackle as it will be second down after the pickup of 3.
I can't believe the first quarter's almost over. Both these teams are running the heck out of the ball.
Love to run it. Both of them are moving the football right now. Both teams, this is St. Clair's first touch of the football. If you joined us late, Moon held the ball 15 times, got it into the end zone on a pass play, their only pass of the drive as Chambers gets the carry here, and then help arrives, a couple white helmets on black helmets, and the ball pops out. Moon says they have it. The officials say that Chambers was rolled down. Mark him down at the 33-yard line. Will be third down again here for the Panthers.
We're seeing a healthy dose of different packages here the first two drives. Both teams like Wildcat, and both teams run the ball out of the shotgun as well.
Third down 4 from the 33. Back in at quarterback is Hellman. Back to pass, throwing slant route across the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. They tried to get Dallum on that slant pattern, and it goes incomplete. And in the hip pocket of Dallum was Nicholas Prizzoli, in the hip pocket like where Dad keeps the cell phone.
That's Dad joke of the night, number one.
There you go. I know you missed it.
Great coverage there by Prizzoli. Couldn't have been in better position.
Fourth down, punt unit is out. Or are they? No, they are not. Back to the regular formation as Hellman goes from the gun. Another fourth down. Can they get 2 in a row? No. Moon denies. And guess who's there? Nicky Pizzoli for the Tigers, the junior, with the pass breakup to give the Tigers the football right back and shut the door on Upper St. Clair's first attempt on offense of the night.
You know, man, I like the idea of going for it, being aggressive in your opponent's territory. So if you don't get the first down, you're really not giving up bad field position anyways. But I'm not too sure about the play call there. You ran the ball the whole way down the field, and then you throw it on fourth down?
Yeah.
But it talks about the confidence that they have in Hellman. So,
and
you live with it.
I'm curious from a head coaching standpoint, how confident are you in a sophomore quarterback throwing in the elements right now? I think that has to be another thing
Good
to
point.
think about. Back to the Wildcat formation go the Tigers, and it's Andrew Cross keeping it, calling his own number, and he'll scoot forward for a yard or two.
14, Andrew Cross on the carry for the Tigers for a short gain. Brought down by number 6.
Give him a yard on the first down carry. I talked to Ryan Lynn about putting this offense in, and they actually just installed it last summer. He felt like coming off the Whitfield championship team, they were hit big time by graduation, the Whitfield runner-up team in 2 years ago, 2021. They felt like they needed to make some adjustments, and we'll talk about some of those adjustments when we come back for the second quarter. 7-0. Moon leads Upper St. Clair. It's the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine. We're back high above USC on KDKA+.
Are you an aspiring entrepreneur, a dreamer with a passion for success? With Koza Law Group, your journey starts now. Whether you're dreaming of a small startup or envisioning a global empire, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Starting a business shouldn't be scary. It's about embracing the spirit of innovation, taking calculated risks, and believing in your potential to make a difference. We are more than just legal advisors. We are redefining legal services. Contact us today to experience the Koza Law difference.
Here at Loway, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Loway is quick turnaround times and a really high-quality product.
I can show you the good now, but you're not going to understand how good it is until you know where I came from. Teen mom, dropped out of high school. I came across UPMC's Pathways to Work program, and my life changed 100%. I didn't know that I had these skills. UPMC brought it out of me. And now it's like the light just kind of starts shining.
I'm Andy Sheehan. I'm the lead investigator with KDKA Investigates. I live in Pittsburgh. I've raised my kids here. For decades now, I've worked trying to uncover wrongs. We looked at the quality of water here. We found dangerous levels of lead in the water. We dug further. The city's water authority took action. And today, they have replaced more than half of the lead service lines throughout the entire city of Pittsburgh. We uncover a problem, we get answers, positive change for you and your family.
It's the JRM Blimp over Upper St. Clair tonight. Moon leading 7-0 as we welcome you back for the second quarter of our Steel City High School Football Showcase, presented by UPMC Sports Medicine with Johnny Patrician. I'm Matt Fargo tonight. Moon has the early advantage going into quarter number 2, but Moon's touching the football for the second time tonight as the run game has controlled the first 12 minutes.
Yep, one drive per team per quarter tonight. Those are the rules.
A handoff, and not much room for Bladel as he gets bottled up quickly.
Tigers run by number 48, Josh Bladel. Tackled by
So we'll see what they do here on third down. You know, we talked about it a few times on the first drive. When you got a 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 10 and they don't throw the ball, they got to get creative with the run game somehow. So we'll see if they, take a chance and throw it here, which they don't do often. or try to get creative somehow.
3rd down, 10 from the 33-yard line. They're going to go shotgun and empty it. How about something different here? And they're going to motion out of the slot, fake the handoff, back to pass his cross, and he throws too far out for his intended receiver, trying to hit up Nick Clemens again, who had the touchdown for the Tigers. And the Tigers have now thrown the ball twice. One has gone for a touchdown. The other will result in a 4th down, and punt unit's going to come out for Boone.
I like the play call there, though. If you don't want to throw it deep, they got creative and did a tight end delay there to try to take advantage of the aggressiveness of USC. I like the idea.
Oh, and the punt goes over his head, rolling back to the 2-yard line, and then the ball is still loose, and he is brought down at the 1. Upper St. Clair's going to have the ball first and goal from the 1. And really just a nice job by Hayden Boland to not give that ball into the end zone.
I want to see that one on replay. Let's talk about it. Okay, pause it right there.
A big-time special teams blunder for Moon is going to set Upper St. Clair with the best field position they've had all season. Guaranteed 1st and goal from the 1.
Okay, now, learning lesson for everybody. And I'll give it after this play.
Chambers gets the handoff, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Upper St. Clair. Mason Chambers punches it in to the end zone. Chambers, his 10th touchdown of the season, to try to draw this one at 7.
Well, we see our first mistake of the game, Matt, and USC takes advantage of it on the next play. It's exactly what you expect from a team like this.
Bennett Henderson is on for the extra point. DeRazio on the hold. The extra point is good. And there is a flag down. Our drone operator, Corey, was all ready for us to go to a commercial break, and the officials had other ideas.
It was a nice shot, though.
It was a great shot. He's been doing a great job all year. Officials talking over with head coach Mike Junko.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. That penalty be assessed on the kickoff. The extra point is good.
You heard the man. Second quarter action, and now we're tied 7-7. Moon and Upper St. Clair. We'll come back on the showcase. There he is, right here on KDKA Plus.
When you step through that door or shake their hands, will you be prepared? When you stand up for a client or walk into that meeting, will you be ready? Ready to prove to them that you deserve to be there?
When you come to Washington and Jefferson, you will be.
Washington and Jefferson College. Are you ready?
Panera's You Pick 2 means when part of you wants crispy, crunchy, fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky, peppery. Both U's win big. You pick 2 and get more. Cater your next event with Panera.
Looking to escape a dead-end job? We can help. Apply at 2 Men in a Truck today for a good job that can become a great career.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, 5 locations, and a sponsor of this WPIAL high school football broadcast.
Jamie Usual, our stats guy up here in the booth, not having to work too hard on this drive summary. 1 play, 1 yard. Upper St. Clair has the 7-7 tie ball game. As this ball fielded from the 2 with a head of steam across the 20, just shy of the 25-yard line as Moon, Paul Brona on the return. And JP, you want to go back to that punt that really set up the USC touchdown here.
Yeah. All right. Play it for me right here. All right, now stop it whenever the ball stops. Oh, geez. Technical difficulties. But anyways, I'll explain. So for all the punters out there, all the young football players, whenever the snap goes over the punter's head like that, close to your own end zone, if it stops at the 1 and you don't think you could pick it up and punt it, just kick it out of the back of the end zone and take the safety. You save your team 5 points. By him picking it up on the 1-yard line getting tackled, USC scored a touchdown on the next play.
Nas Brookins back to the grounded pound of the Moon Tigers, and he picks up a first down. Gain of 12, shy of the 40. And I was talking about earlier about Ryan Lynn installing this offense last summer, and he said he wanted to simplify things. He knew what it had. A one-win team a season ago was Moon, coming off the Whipple runner-up season, and wanted to simplify things. He actually ran this offense when he played in high school at Southside.
Wow. Well, then he definitely is familiar with it and probably knows it better than anybody.
Trying to get to the outside, and he does down that far sideline. It's Brona finally knocked out of bounds as the sophomore Paul Brona showing what he can do, and Moon picks up a big chunk play to the 25-yard line.
Brona got some speed. He turned on the burners on that play right there. Hit the corner and go right up the sideline.
38 yards on the run for the sophomore. The Tigers have it at the 25-yard line. 10-12 to go here in the first half. Moon and Upper St. Clair tied in this playoff pivotal matchup. And Moon's going to jump, move him back 5.
But back to your point, Matt.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Back to your point, Matt, is there's a lot of misdirection with this offense. That's what I like. Pre-snap motions and post-snap motions, you know, a bunch of players from the backfield are going in different directions. You don't know who's getting the ball.
And I also give Ryan Lynn a lot of credit for changing things up offensively and using what he has. You know, some coaches just stick with what they want to do. Sometimes you don't have the personnel to do this, and clearly for Moon, it has worked this season, and it's been impressive. Even they're going to run the football, but you don't know out of which formation and things. And he said actually they added wrinkles throughout this year, new formations, and just it might be the same play, but as you well know, changing the formation just to disguise what actually they're trying to do.
Yeah, most teams all run the same plays, just out of different formations. But I don't think people realize how hard it is to install a whole new system. I mean, that takes commitment from the players, the staff, because there's going to be hiccups and learning moments along the way.
Second down and 7. Wildcat formation, and Moon gives it to Prozzoli. Prozzoli calling his number inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, where it will be third down. Durazio on the tackle for Upper St. Clair, along with Albert. Michael Albert, a junior, plays 2 ways, and Dad played at Lafayette.
Patriot League.
Third down for the Tigers. Brookins trying to bounce it to the outside. He cannot, as he gets traced down. Upper St. Clair's John Banbury, and the freshman, we've called his name a couple times already tonight.
Things are getting chippy here, Matt. I see some pushing and shoving going on after a few plays. The guys know what's on the line tonight.
It's 4th down and 2. Moon will go for it. This game knotted up at 7.
This is a huge play in the game, obviously.
Off the right side, it's Bladel. Cutting it back, has the first down, breaks the tackle, lowers his shoulder, and he's inside the 5-yard line. Josh Bladel almost did it all on that play, but a fresh set of downs for the Tigers. It's 1st and goal.
Great vision there. The play was supposed to go inside. This is counter. It's drawn up for him to cut it up right inside that kick-out block, but somebody didn't make their block, so he just bounced it out and trusted his speed to make it, and he did.
Big bro Ben smiling ear to ear right now, converting that first down for Moon, and now setting them up with a 1st down and goal from the 4. Wildcat again. It's Brookins getting the snap, and he'll push forward to the 2. It'll be 2nd down and goal for this Tiger offense.
I love how many different players Moon gets involved. I mean, every play there's a different guy getting touches, and that just goes to show what kind of character is in this locker room. You know, there's no egos involved. Nobody's jealous about who's getting the ball. It's a true team effort.
You can see it both sides of the football. You don't have that guy running away with yardage or carries or whatever. It's just so evenly distributed. Bladel back with it, lowering his shoulder, and Josh Bladel is into the end zone for the Tiger touchdown. Josh Bladel from 3 yards away. Moon back in front.
Nobody was going to stop Bladel on that play. Wildcat formation, going straight ahead. He was getting in that end zone, that's for sure.
Extra point. Hayden Boland a lot more comfortable putting this one through the full poles than the last time we saw him dealing with that punt. As Moon retakes the lead 14-7. Let's take a look at what this all means in terms of the 5A Allegheny 6 Conference. One of the best in the conference. Everybody talks about 4A and the Parkway. This is kind of the Parkway of 5A in what these two teams in Moon and Upper St. Clair. But we talked about Peters Township. They're the cream of the crop. If they can finish things off, they're going to be the #1 seed. From there, it is anybody's guess. How is the pairing committee going to decide if Moon wins this game? They could potentially finish 4-1 in the conference. They have obviously this game and next week against Baldwin. If Upper St. Clair wins, how do you judge them? It's going to be so difficult to figure out how this thing all plays out, because do you count Moon's out-of-conference losses, what they did overall, or do you only value what they did inside the conference? It is going to be so hard, not to mention the other conference. They don't even know who the conference champion's going to be. Could be Penn Hills, could be Pine Richland, could be Woody High.
Wow. A lot of thinking has to happen in order to get this playoff seeding right.
Oh, it's going to be the next... Obviously, tonight will solve some things, but not everything. From the 21-yard line, trying to bounce this one to the outside is Charlie Bywalski, and Bywalski gives Upper St. Clair some good field position at the Moon 49-yard line with 6:47 to play in our first half. The Panthers will touch the football for their third possession, albeit their second possession only was one play, that 1-yard touchdown run, but now really the only second drive we're going to see out of USC all of this half.
Wow, that is rare. But they need to make something happen on this drive here. Their offense needs confidence, and they need a rush of momentum heading into the locker room before the second half.
First down and 10 for the Panthers. They go back to the ground game, and it's Chambers. Chambers with a hole, lowers his shoulder, delivers the blow to the linebacker, and he's inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Some hard running from number 5.
That's the type of the play you need to start a drive. Gets the chains moving.
And a tone setter.
Yeah, exactly. Chambers was moving downhill fast on that one.
And that collision with Paul Brona. Brona just popped up right off of Chambers as Chambers gets the carry again. Runs into an awaiting Brian Crawford, the senior, on the stop for Moon.
You know, shout out to Brona for the slow down tackle attempt on the play before.
Yeah.
That is maybe the hardest thing to do in football is an open field tackle, especially when you have a running back running straight at you full speed with a 10-yard head start. You know, just slowing them down and, you know, enough to get your teammates to come help is enough.
Chambers one more time. A strong drive of 5 here as he'll carry it forward to pick up 8, maybe 9 on that first down run. Or second down run. It's going to bring up third down and about 1 for USC. Hellman hands it off and nowhere to go. Chambers is dumped in the backfield.
I believe the snap was a little high, Matt. I think it messed up the timing on that play.
Romir Washington for the Tigers. A senior on this Moon squad makes the tackle to make it 4th down. 4th down and 5. Panthers to go for it. These teams not afraid to go for it on 4th down, that's for sure.
I think this is the third one we've seen already.
4th maybe. Hellman moves Chambers to his left. The sophomore rolls out to his left on 4th down, throwing it, trying to get Dahlem and overshot him, but there is a flag down. Trying to hook up with Julian Dahlem, the junior. And we will check the penalty, but I think everybody in the stadium knows it's going to go against the Tigers here.
Holding, defense, number 1. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Result of the play will be a first down.
Simple enough, short and sweet, but it is a Panther first down, and it is kind of funny. Either of these teams have passed the ball a whole lot tonight, but when they don't do it, it's worked. One way or the other, it's worked.
Yeah, or when they pass it, it's on 4th down.
Yeah, right.
Hey, whatever it takes to get the job done.
Talked about Julian Dahlem, starting point guard on the basketball team as well. Played quarterback much of last year in the Whitfield runner-up team. We got 2 runner-up, the last 2 in 5A, and St. Clair last year and Moon the year before. Dahlem and the Wildcat going to take off with it. Bounce it to the outside. Dahlem to the end zone for the Panther touchdown. 20 yards. Touchdown, Upper St. Clair.
That's the answer that they needed. Dahlem sparked some athleticism and speed to get to the outside there. I like that cut right there. Used his blocker perfectly.
Dahlem's 7th touchdown of the season. Extra point from the right foot of Bennett Henderson. And 99 splits him. Ties it at 14, 4:27 to play here from the South Hills of Pittsburgh. And you're watching the Steel City High School Football Showcase here on KDKA Plus. Back with more after this.
I started working out with my dad when I was 12 years old. He said, "While everybody else is sleeping, you up working. It's gonna pay off for you." Biggest decisions I ever had to make my junior year. I had my daughter at the time, so, I'm like, I gotta provide. I had the opportunity to leave early. I had to make a decision. Was I gonna leave or was I gonna come back to college for an extra year? I'm about to cry talking about this shit. Once I made that decision to come back, my mindset wasn't just to be good, it was to be great.
My name is Loretta, and this is Special Olympics Pennsylvania.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is competition.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is leadership.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is life-changing.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is unified.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is inclusion.
Pink at night tonight at Upper St. Clair. And the USC student section having a great time tonight. They're feeling good. Their Panthers just tied things up 14-14 to the showcase. Both of these teams playing for the playoffs tonight. And we're back with Johnny Patricia. I'm Matt Fargo. Happy to have you along in tonight's broadcast. Tonight,
we got a ball game on our hands, Matt. And I mentioned pregame that 4 of Moon's games so far this year have been decided by 3 or less. So this is familiar territory for the Moon Tigers.
It definitely is. Brona on the return for Moon as we take a look at what Moon has done to this point of the season. Lost some rivalry games right out of the chute. Doran Dickerson be happy about the fact they lost to West Allegheny. Lucero's Montour Spartans come to town. They lose that game. We've seen Montour earlier this year. Then a 6-8 perennial power in Mount Lebanon. So now you're 0-3 trying to figure things out. And you got the number 1 team in 5A. And what do? Beat them at Penn Hills 14-13. Then some more rattling off of wins. Eric Kasparovich win over Mars. That was another big win, and they just strung them together. And I think the big thing, JP, that they did, and I mentioned it earlier, was the fact they lost to Peters Township, and then they bounced back last week against the win against Bethel Park, because their season was really on the line one way or the other of how things were going to go. And, Moon's going to be a tough out. If they get into the postseason, they are going to be a tough team to knock out.
Their style of play fits playoff football perfectly. It's cold in November.
Nazir Brookins on the carry here that is going to make it a 3rd down, and Moon doesn't want this to be a short drive of the football and hand this back to Upper St. Clair. They're trying to have their first lead of the ball game.
But as I was saying, it's cold playoff football in November. Nobody wants to play this physical Moon Tigers team when it gets cold.
3rd down at 5. Here's Bladel trying to get to the corner. He'll cut it back inside, but Panthers, great pursuit to the football, and they wrap him up after a yard. And on the tackle for the Panthers is Marco Carone. Carone's headed to Penn. A senior, played hockey until 9th grade as well, and pretty smart in the classroom if you're going.
Must be.
Play for them.
No doubt. The Ivy League. That's a great opportunity for him. I like this Panther defense. They're flying around in the backfield tonight.
4th down 4. Moon going to go for it. And then timeout. Upper St. Clair, yes. Panthers call timeout.
Upper St. Clair, that's their 2nd.
Thank you. And just in case you wondered, here's the Whippeal Insider Top 25 is... I talked about this on our Whippeal Insider podcast this week. A little questionable, I still think. Bumping Central out of the 1 spot to the 2 for that loss to Pine Richland 2 weeks ago, especially how they handled Penn Hills. But Peters is the unbeaten, so they are the number 1 spot. How about Aliquippa hanging out at 4? And then you see the Panthers of Upper St. Clair at 13 and Moon down at 22. That's saying something with 4 losses. They're the only team with 4 losses in the top 25, but their wins speak to the reason why they are up there.
We got a classic top 25 matchup tonight then.
There you go.
That's cool. I like seeing the rankings throughout all different classifications,
That's your guy.
That is my guy.
Harlow Zofko doing the halftime show from Los Angeles this week.
The guy gets it done. We'll find a way.
Finds a way. Always does. 4th down and 4. Now Moon brings the punt unit out. Hayden Boland awaiting the snap anxiously, you would have to assume. Good snap. Good punt. This punt is going to be bounced and then take a Tiger roll towards the 20. And it's going to be down at the 23-yard line. Panthers going to get the ball with 2:26 to go here in the first half. And we take a look at what Moon got to this point. Let's see what Upper St. Clair did. Wins over Norwin, North Hills, Baldwin Highlanders, Fox Chapel. Then that first loss of the season to Peters Township here at home, 31-0. Then they bounce back, beat Lebo, lose 2 weeks ago to Bethel Park. That was the big one that put them kind of behind the 8 ball in the conference standings because they had to step out of conference play last week with that win over Canada McMillan, come from behind win over the Big Macs. But that's that one loss. Sometimes it's not how many, it's who you lose to, and that's why they are where they are.
So close. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, this game has a lot of implications.
Helmet going to let it fly down the side, and oh my goodness, what a catch. Julian Dallum between 2 defenders with the flag down, and Dallum hangs on and is inside the 40 at the 39-yard line.
A big hit there too, Matt. Let's see that again. Great throw, over the shoulder, right in the pocket.
And a lick there by Nicky Pizzoli.
Holding, defense. That penalty is going to be declined. Result of the play, first down.
Pizzoli delivered the hit. What did this throw, 37-yard pass and catch, helmet to Dallum?
On the money.
That was actually Paul Bronaugh that got the hit. And here's Hellman, spun around in the backfield and planted. Josh Bladel.
Hellman got to reach out to the Mayo company for an NIL deal. Isn't Mayo, Hellman, Mayo? Isn't that the brand?
Yeah, that's good. Look at you, it's rubbing off.
He should think about it.
Yeah?
It's perfect.
All right. Hey, man, I'm just trying to catch up. Rolling out, Hellman, far sideline. He was not inbounds, incomplete. The officials confirm it for us. Charlie Bywalski, the intended receiver. They'll bring up third down here for the Panthers.
Hellman's dialed in this drive, though. His few throws, they're perfect. His accuracy is very well showcased on this drive.
Upper St. Clair led by head coach Mike Junko in his 5th season. Took over for legend Jim Render, who's up here in the press box. 49 years, the winningest coach in Whitfield history. Third down, 14, back to pass. Going to let it fly down the far side, and it is bobbled around and incomplete. Great coverage. Again, Bywalski, the intended receiver, but could not reel it in.
Look at USC getting more aggressive on this drive. They're really opening up the playbook. Another throw on the money. Just great breakup there.
Noah Bauer on the coverage for Moon.
Good job of Noah Bauer to play the hands late and not panic in that situation.
21 back to receive.
Punt is away. Jacobo Hechavarria is the Upper St. Clair punter. He's just a sophomore.
That's another candidate for the all-name team.
And being told, going to start getting the looks for punting in the Division I ranks. So
is that right?
That's what they're saying.
Well, that was a good punt there.
he definitely proves that there.
I believe it.
And how about, St. Clair has Bennett Henderson as their kicker, and then Jacobo Hechavarria is the punter. That's kind of a rare thing. Normally one is the other.
Right. Right.
I'm going to have to hand a 20 over there to Gavin Williams, who's on the mic for Upper St. Clair.
You think our viewers can hear that?
Poetic. steps up into the pocket here as Moon has the ball in the deep in their own territory and taking off with it. Andrew Cross able to pick his way forward, gets up across the 10 to the 13-yard line. Will be second down.
So in a situation like this, it's going to be interesting to see what Moon does, facing only a minute left on the clock. What's their end of half, end of game strategy when they don't really throw the ball? We'll find out.
Design run play again. Cross should have the Tiger first down. They will. Fresh set of downs for Moon out to the 16-yard line.
They got 3 timeouts. Surprised they didn't use one there.
Clock at 45 seconds. Another design run play here, and pressure coming down as he's just going to be able to escape for a 2-yard gain, but no further from that as Moon seems pretty content on taking this to the break. No sign of a real rush here as Marco Carone on the tackle for Upper St. Clair.
What's going on here?
They're letting this clock run down, and they don't need to snap the ball again. Second down, and they won't. That's going to be the half. Upper St. Clair and Moon. Allegheny 6 showdown here at 5A. All knotted up at 14. Tigers and Panthers. When we come back, it's the Steel City Showcase halftime show. We have Carlo's top 10 plays, a look at the Steelers all-peer team, and we will have more of our coverage of Upper St. Clair and Moon. You're watching the Steel City High School Football Showcase, presented by UPMC Sports Medicine, and we're back on KDKA Plus after this.
Sure, I'll be there at 5 a.m. I can binge one more episode.
Let's face it, you don't always set yourself up for success.
5 more minutes. Where are my work shoes?
But GBU Life makes it easy with life insurance and annuity products to help secure your future, so you have the freedom to do more of what you love.
Congratulations! Retiring early must be nice. What are you going to do first?
I think I'll sleep in.
Secure your future today. Visit gbu.org.
La Roche University set me up for success. When I went to La Roche to visit, it stole my heart.
I transferred to La Roche because my original school just didn't work out. La Roche, I was able to be on the basketball team. They had majors I wanted, and financial aid and their assistance helped out a lot.
La Roche students have access to it all: the culture and connections in Pittsburgh and a residential campus in the North Hills. Tour campus and you'll receive a $250 visit grant. Learn about our fall events at laroche.edu.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Here at Loway, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Loway is quick turnaround times and a really high-quality product.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspection and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
Pittsburgh. Its long and proud heritage is beautifully preserved in the awe-inspiring buildings that surround it. In the places where we live, where we worship, and where we play. One company has been awarded the challenge of restoring all that great heritage for nearly 75 years. Mariani and Richards, restoring the heritage, preserving the pride.
And we'll welcome you back to Upper St. Clair. It is halftime. The Panthers and the Tigers all knotted up here at half 14-14. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. I'm Matt Fargo. We give JP a little bit of halftime break. You know, again, it's in his contract still. Yeah, if you've been keeping up, you know what we're talking about. He has to eat his vegan Panera bread sandwich. That's always important. But welcome back here to halftime as the Upper St. Clair Panthers and Tigers. Great game. It's all been run first, but now we have to take a look at, as we do every halftime, the Steelers All-Peer team and who this week we are going to be recognizing. Let's take a look. It is Pine Richland's Vasily Baloris. Vasily is a 2-year captain with high marks in the classroom, including a near-perfect SAT and perfect ACT score. He mentors many teammates while playing football and basketball. Vasily leads the Rams in team volunteer activities and is active in his church and serves as a referee for youth basketball programs. Congratulations, Vasily Baloris, this week's Steelers All-Peer Team representative, presented by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Well, every halftime, Carlos Zofko, Whitfield insider himself, breaks down all the film from all the games across the WPIL, all 117 teams of them. He breaks down the games and finds out the 10 best plays from last week's games, and he shares them with us first. So here is last week's version of the Whitfield Insider's Top 10.
Welcome back to the Whitfield Insider Show presented by Franjo Construction. I'm your host and Whitfield Insider, Carlos Zofko. We got 10 more of the best plays of last week's action coming here right to you. Let's jump right into the countdown. At number 10, the South Park Eagles continue to roll along this year. They take care of Hopewell pretty easily, and especially after this play when Zach Ludwig finds his guy Kenyon Brown for the huge passing touchdown. South Park goes on to win. At number 9, we're going to go to last week's action right here on KDKA+. We're going to let Madden Doran take this one away.
Nope, it'll be a pooch punt. Wayner doing it all. Add this to the highlight reel. Oh! Oh! Did they? Yes, they did. Central Catholic added to the highlight reel. Oh, my goodness.
At number 8, Alec Whipple was all over Newcastle last week, in large part due to Yale commit Brandon Banks, who takes this screen pass and takes it 80 yards all the way to the house. The Quips are still undefeated. At number 7, the Kiski Cavaliers make their debut onto the list. This time, its quarterback Carson Heinel finds his big play wide receiver Terry Martin for a huge 70-yard touchdown. Kiski takes care of Highlands for a big win. At number 6, we're going to West Green again. West Green junior quarterback Lance Allison finds his senior wide receiver Cooper Chambers for the big grab. Pioneers go on to win this one.
Let's take a minute to thank our sponsors, Franjo Construction. Franjo Construction, Western Pennsylvania's leader in commercial construction. Nestled in the heart of Homestead, Pennsylvania, this family-owned business is a beacon of trust and reliability. Recognized as the industry's go-to general contractor, Franjo isn't just about building structures, it's about building relationships. Every project is unique, and the integrated approach ensures your visions come to life, executed perfectly. As a rapidly growing organization, Franjo is dedicated to seeking the best talent who thrive in a fast-paced and challenging environment. Franjo values the importance of quality craftsmanship and strives to employ employees who prioritize enhancing their professional careers as well as themselves. Franjo offers top-notch training that ensures your success. Become a part of the Franjo family and reap the benefits of competitive wages, 401k, excellent benefits, and paid time off. Franjo Construction, uniting our team and customers to build the future. Apply today.
At number 5, you know we love our big guy touchdowns. This time, it's Shadyside Academy defensive end Tyrone Galt, who intercepts the screen pass and takes it all the way to the house for the pick 6. Shadyside Academy would go on to beat Valley. At number 4, a big play from the USC Panthers as they make a huge comeback against Cannon Mac to go on to beat them. This time it's Ethan Hellman finding Charlie Bywalski in the back of the end zone for a huge touchdown. USC would go on to beat Cannon Mac. At number 3, making the list yet again, the Central Valley Warriors. This time, they take care of Ambridge easily, and it started with Mason Dixon spinning his way to a 53-yard touchdown. Dixon couldn't be stopped all night. The Warriors continue to roll this year. At number 2, the Southside Rams make their debut on the list. Running back Ryan Navarro can't be stopped as he takes this one 51 yards to the house. He just couldn't be tackled. Southside is still undefeated going into the final 2 weeks of the season. And at number 1, the Burgettstown Blue Devils make the list yet again, and this time it's their senior playmaker, Zach Schrockman. His second time making the list. He takes this punt return all the way to the house. He can't be stopped here. Burgettstown goes on to win the game and takes the top play of the week. And that'll do it for this week's countdown. This has been the WIPIO Insider Show presented by Franjo Construction. I'm your host and WIPIO Insider, Carlos Ofco, and I'll be seeing you next week.
Thanks so much, Carlo. Clearly, the thing that you do here in the top 10 here at the Steel City High School Football Showcase, at least you get nice hotel rooms out of it. That's the nice thing to see out of that. But as we take a look every week at the sights and sounds of last week, and this time we had Central Catholic quarterback Peyton Wayner mic'd up. It's time to take a look back at last week's Steel City High School Football Showcase with Central Catholic taking down Penn Hills.
You want to see where the camera's at? Right there. Oh, Ashley, bro. Ashley, there's always a camera on you. Back to back. We're going back to back. Yo! Bro, you're looking big today. Damn! Okay, better. Hey, no, Jumbo! Jumbo! Ready? Let's go. As I saw him falling, I just hesitated and then it came out.
First and 20 for the Vikings from the 24. Wayner on the keeper. Wayner.
They did almost tore his ACL right there. Hey, here.
Second and 17. From the 23.
That'll boy. If we rock it, he sees his motion. But on Flame, when he comes through the line like that, I don't think he sees him. He's just taking off with the post. Then the backer doesn't see him either. The backer's just dropping. I think if we dump it off one time, then that's at least 15. This side, Lodge. Hurry up. Go! I tried jump cutting, bro. Me up while I jump. Go! Where's Ben at, bro? I need to. Yo, drip or skip? Yeah, look, say hi. The dude right there, in the red, he's right there.
I'm Andy Sheehan. I'm the lead investigator with KDKA Investigates. I live in Pittsburgh. I've raised my kids here. For decades now, I've worked trying to uncover wrongs. We looked at the quality of water here. We found dangerous levels of lead in the water. We dug further. The city's water authority took action. And today, they have replaced more than half of the lead service lines throughout the entire city of Pittsburgh. We uncover a problem, we get answers, positive change for you and your family.
Good job, excellent job, okay? That was tough competition, but it was good competition. It shows you what we need to work on. You can't give up, okay? And you never have. You've never made excuses. So we just get back in, we get in the trenches, we play 2 games tomorrow, and then we see what we end up with. Got it?
Yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
La Roche University set me up for success. When I went to La Roche to visit, it stole my heart.
I transferred to La Roche because my original school just didn't work out. La Roche, I was able to be on the basketball team. They had majors I wanted, and financial aid and their assistants helped out a lot.
La Roche students have access to it all: the culture and connections in Pittsburgh and a residential campus in the North Hills. Tour campus and you'll receive a $250 visit grant. Learn about our fall events at laroche.edu.
You can now get more local news on KDKA Plus. More breaking news.
Residents are being asked to stay outside of their house.
More community stories. More weather.
A couple of funnel clouds were spotted.
Weekdays at 12:30 on KDKA Plus.
Maya, can you come in here, please?
Already. Yeah, Dad, what's up?
Is that your brother on the TV?
Yeah, that's my brother. It looks like it's tonight's game.
But how can that be your brother? I have never missed a single game.
We couldn't go tonight. Remember, you broke your foot.
Right. Well, I don't know who's putting on this production, but without them, I'd be missing this.
Are you an aspiring entrepreneur, a dreamer with a passion for success? With Koza Law Group, your journey starts now. Whether you're dreaming of a small startup or envisioning a global empire, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Starting a business shouldn't be scary. It's about embracing the spirit of innovation, taking calculated risks, and believing in your potential to make a difference. We are more than just legal advisors. We are redefining legal services. Contact us today to experience the Koza Law difference.
And we'll welcome you back here to halftime and in the broadcast booth as Upper St. Clair Mood tied at 14. And we have a very special guest joining us. Rochelle Ward from the American Cancer Society joins me now. And all through October, of course, you see the pink in the stands. And what that actually means, going well beyond just wearing pink and donating to the American Cancer Society. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me here. We're glad to be here.
Well, I want to know first, we see the logo, we see the pink, but can you go more into depth on what the American Cancer Society does?
Sure. Currently, right now, we're funding $10 million, 123 grants nationally just towards breast cancer, because every 2 minutes someone is diagnosed with breast cancer. So here at the American Cancer Society, we're not only funding research, but also programs as well. We have a 24/7 hotline, 365 days a year, that can help not only patients, but caregivers as well with questions that they might have.
So all important work, no question about it. And of course, also one of the campaigns is the Men Wear Pink campaign, which I am so privileged and honored to be a part of the ambassadors, and got to always have the pink on at some point throughout the month of October. And it is a great campaign that so many have now backed. Of course, it's also nice to see the young people rocking the pink in one way or the other. But tell us a little bit more about Men Wear Pink.
Yes, absolutely. We're so thankful you're an ambassador this year. Men Wear Pink is a nationwide campaign where we encourage men to participate as ambassadors. During the month of October, they wear pink every day, post on social media, and most importantly, they raise funds which is specifically earmarked for breast cancer research and programs. So we encourage people to support Men Wear Pink Pittsburgh. They can support there, get involved, and get more information on the campaign.
Yeah, and we have the QR code up there for you. We'll put it up throughout the broadcast again, so you can scan that QR code and it goes directly to the Men Wear Pink campaign. This has to be great, though. High school football on a Friday night. Western Pennsylvania really does rally around the pink campaigns. You see so many schools representing them, and I know you being a cheer mom, you have to like to see that.
I love to see it. You see pink everywhere, from the ribbon to the pom-poms to the socks to the towels the football players have on the back. If it's pink, they're putting it on their uniforms. Don't forget about those band members as well. So the American Cancer Society truly appreciates the breast cancer awareness during the month of September.
Well, we certainly appreciate October, and certainly appreciate your help all and jumping on the broadcast here with us tonight.
Thank you so much.
Michelle Ward joining us from the American Cancer Society. Thanks so much to her. We're going to come back. JP is going to rejoin me, and we're going to get you caught up with what happened in the first half, get you set for the second half of our Steel City High School Football Showcase. You're watching it right here on KDKA Plus. We'll be back to Upper St. Clair right after this.
Panera's You Pick Two means when part of you wants crispy, crunchy, fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky, peppery. Both yous win big. You pick two and get more. Cater your next event with Panera.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services including camera inspection and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
I can show you the good now, but you're not going to understand how good it is until you know where I came from. Teen mom, dropped out of high school. I came across UPMC's Pathways to Work program, and my life changed 100%. I didn't know that I had these skills. UPMC brought it out of me. And now it's like the light just kind of starts shining.
Tune in this Friday to the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine as the Aliquippa Quips take on the Central Valley Warriors. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Are you ready?
And we'll welcome you back. It's halftime here at Upper St. Clair, and the Panthers and Tigers all knotted up at 14 apiece. The battle between these two continue in this 5A crucial matchup between two playoff contenders. What is going to happen throughout this broadcast? The million-dollar question. JP, I think that this one really kind of going to according to script right now.
Yeah, we talked about a pregame. You know, this game is going to come down to turnovers and who really takes advantage of those mistakes. You know, both teams are running the ball fairly well in the first half. You know, not many splash plays from either team, but these long, extended drives, and that's what we expected.
There's the first half statistics. Moon dominating in yards, 100 yards more than Upper St. Clair, 196-96, 11-7 in first downs. Neither team has turned the football over. That's been important. Upper St. Clair doesn't have a penalty to their ledger to this point. So now as we turn the page and go into the second half, how does the coaching wits here between Ryan Lynn and Bob Junko, how does that, or Mike Junko, how does that play out?
Shout out Bob Junko.
Yeah, right?
Legend.
That's its father.
You're right. I know. But, yeah, I mean, clearly Moon has been extremely physical in the first half. So I think Upper St. Clair has to remain aggressive on first and second down on defense and try to get Moon behind the sticks. Force them to throw the ball or be creative on third down.
We saw the punt that set up Upper St. Clair to tie this game at 7, but Moon goes right back down the field. Bladel gets in for the touchdown. Moon's back in front, but then here come the Panthers, and it's Dallum calling his own number out of the Wildcat position, and he gets into the end zone to tie things. We had 3 straight possessions with scores there as things were a little bit slow initially, and things were ended up opening up as we welcome you back into the broadcast booth. Reintroducing ourselves. That's Johnny Patricia. I'm Matt Fargo. Happy to have you along here in Pittsburgh and our Steel City High School Football Showcase tonight, USC and Moon. And I think that's going to be the key. Okay, so Moon's going to be able to get them in those longer situations. But on the other side, how does Upper St. Clair keep things? Seems like they were taking more chances late in the second half or second quarter.
It seems like they started to tweak their strategy towards the end of the second quarter, like you mentioned. They took a lot of shots on that last drive, and I think that paid off for them. It's going to keep Moon on their heels and knowing that, hey, you might get a deep ball here instead of the redundant run after run. But I want to make note of, I think that graphic was wrong. I would count that punt as a turnover. That was probably the most important play of the half, the snap that ended up being a touchdown on the next play.
Yeah, it almost needs an asterisk, obviously not in the stat book, but you're absolutely right. You hand the ball over off at the 1 yard line. I know you're being a special teams guy in your day, you're cringing over that one because that could have been 5 points that isn't on the board.
Yeah, a simple mistake, but it's easy to do in the heat of the moment. Hindsight's always 20/20, especially when things are happening that fast. But, it could have saved 5 points. But hopefully it doesn't make the difference for Moon. But I do expect that this remains a one-score game going forward, and that's what these teams are used to. This is going to be a physical fight for 4 quarters.
Moon and Upper St. Clair back out on the field, getting ready for the second half, and so are we. The Steel City High School Football Showcase. When we come back, we'll get you teed up for the second half. Oh, there's the Upper St. Clair drumline striking up a tune. Who will be able to rock to the sound of the beat of their own drum? Come back with us here on the Steel City High School Football Showcase on KDKA+.
Are you an aspiring entrepreneur, a dreamer with a passion for success? With Koza Law Group, your journey starts now. Whether you're dreaming of a small startup or envisioning a global empire, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Starting a business shouldn't be scary. It's about embracing the spirit of innovation, taking calculated risks, and believing in your potential to make a difference. We are more than just legal advisors. We are redefining legal services. Contact us today to experience the Koza Law difference.
Here at Loway, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Loway is quick turnaround times and a really high-quality product.
I can show you the good now, but you're not going to understand how good it is until you know where I came from. Teen mom, dropped out of high school. I came across UPMC's Pathways to Work program, and my life changed 100%. I didn't know that I had these skills. UPMC brought it out of me. And now it's like the light just kind of starts shining.
I'm Andy Sheehan. I'm the lead investigator with KDKA Investigates. I live in Pittsburgh. I've raised my kids here. For decades now, I've worked trying to uncover wrongs. We looked at the quality of water here. We found dangerous levels of lead in the water. We dug further. The city's water authority took action. And today, they have replaced more than half of the lead service lines throughout the entire city of Pittsburgh. We uncover a problem, we get answers, positive change for you and your family.
High above the South Hills of Pittsburgh tonight. Upper St. Clair and Moon tied at 14 after the first half with Johnny Patrician, Matt Fargo, our entire JRM production crew doing a great job tonight as always, as we got a good one between the white lines tonight, but the action really sometimes isn't always between the white lines. Sometimes it's in the control room. Mission control.
Look at that.
Are you guys going to wave sometime? Hey, how about we got to wave? All right.
I guess that's what they feel more comfortable behind the scenes. Somebody could have turned around at least.
Right. I mean, I tell you what, they are. That was the first time all year we've got them to wave. So
they're focused, getting the job done.
I mentioned Gavin Williams, who's the play-by-play guy for Upper St. Clair's broadcast, also the assistant basketball coach for Danny Holzer, who, of course, is the head basketball coach and athletic director here at Upper St. Clair. Shout out to USC for rolling out the red carpet for us tonight. This place is immaculate. The press box is incredible. This is also the administration building, which I think is a great idea to curb both athletics and administration. It's a great idea.
I got to tell you what, Matt. It's unbelievable. It blew my expectations out of the water. I've never been here before. I've never played here. But this place looks like a college campus. Very impressive.
Back to Upper St. Clair to start the second half, as it is Dante Corey, the sophomore, on the return for the Panthers. And we will see USC and their offense back out on the field. And I think, too, we said it at halftime, JP, they were starting to tweak some things offensively and taking some more shots. And I think the sophomore looks very comfortable in Ethan Hellman and what he has done late in that second quarter.
I agree. He was dialing up some good shots there on that last drive. Impressive accuracy by the sophomore. So let's see, or I want to see more of that here in the second half.
All right, here's Hellman, design run play. He'll shrug off one, shrug off another, shrug off a third, and Hellman has a first down and has it to the 45-yard line where he's chased out of bounds about the 50. How about Hellman doing it on his own, 26 yards on the quarterback scamper?
That's how you start the second half. It's exactly what they wanted, sets the tone. Great opening play for Hellman and his confidence.
Officially marked at the Tiger 49-yard line. Panthers send his younger bro, Van Hellman, in motion. Hellman keeps it, and then he runs into a Tiger unaccounted for. Was Brian Crawford, and Crawford pulls him down, one of the captains of this Tiger bunch. And, man, Hellman's lucky he hung onto the football.
You took the words out of my mouth. He is lucky he held on to the football. Honestly, impressive grip strength to not lose it when it's over his head like that. He was getting ready to throw.
Second down, 13, back to the 48-yard line. Julia Dallum in the Wildcat formation will take it off the right side, slice his way back up against the grain, and on that far hash mark, trucks his way to the four-yard pickup to the 46-yard line.
Well, early on this drive, they're having some success in the run game. So Coach Junko, he must have saw something that he liked because he changed something in the locker room during halftime, and he changed the strategy a little bit.
Yeah, talking about Mike Junko, Upper St. Clair graduate on the 91 team, graduate of 92. The 93 team is here tonight, 30-year anniversary of the 1993 USC football team. They go off to Chambers off the right side, and Chambers pulled down from behind. It's the Tigers' Lucas Bender, the senior, on the stop for Moon.
It'll be fourth and short for the
Fourth and short here. Intriguing decision. Definitely want to go for it here. You know, you're already in Moon territory. We faced this similar situation in the first half here, but I didn't love the choice of play. Let's see what they do here.
Fourth down and 2, they'll go for it. Move Corey to his right. Hellman on the design run play is right on the sticks, and now he'll pick it up and then get tossed out of bounds there. A little extra, but not warranting a flag.
A little extra, but not extra enough. Yes. It was close. I thought the same thing. But I like that play call so much better than the decision in the first half. Instead of throwing the ball,
happy with the pass there.
I mean, it didn't upset me. I just questioned it. Just they had so much success running the ball, you know, I just thought it was inconsistent to throw the ball in that situation. But, you know, clearly, whatever play works.
Hand off to Corey. Doesn't have much room. He gets stacked up at the 40.
Dante Corey stopped by.
Going to lose 3 yards.
It'll be second and 12.
You hate to see that after a big conversion on fourth down, you know, to have a negative play on first down. Now you're behind the sticks again.
Second down, 12. Hellman gets the snap, play action, rolls out, Throws it here to the near side. It is completed as hauling that one in is Van Helman, as that's a bro-to-bro connection. The younger brother of Ethan goes to Van.
That's so cool. One, to be able to play with your brother, but two, to throw passes to your brother. I mean, that's something that you do your whole life growing up in the backyard. That's second nature to them.
Van, the younger brother, is also a wrestler. A couple of wrestlers on this St. Clair squad. Mason Chambers, the other tailback, also a wrestler and runs like one. And on cue, there's Mason Chambers getting the carry to the 21-yard line.
Mason Chambers for a 6-yard gain, brought down by number 48, Josh Ladle.
Going to bring up second down and 4 after the gain of 6.
You know, I wish you guys could have seen the display of athleticism by Matt Fargo during halftime here. I mean, I think he's the athlete out of this broadcast team.
Oh, my goodness.
The player of the game nominee,
no,
for sure.
Stop. Chambers gets the carry one more time, and he's ducking inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Yeah, it's the things you don't see, right?
Yeah, I know. I want to explain it, but I don't want to take away from the important moment of the game right now.
We got a tie ball game.
Right, this is important. Lock in, JP.
But I appreciate you appreciating it, though. Doesn't go unnoticed.
Impressive. Anyways, here, big down for the Panthers.
Yeah, it's third down. Hellman will give it off to Chambers one more time. And he will have a first down and gets a convoy escorting him to the 14. Maybe they're actually going to roll him down at the 16. But it is an Upper St. Clair first down.
Well, USC's giving Moon a taste of their own medicine on this drive. A slow, long drive, a bunch of third and fourth down conversions. I mean, the third quarter is more than almost halfway over.
Yep. Chambers going to reverse field. It was dead to rights, and now help arrives for the Tigers. I think the final one to pull him down is Rocco Sinatra, and Sinatra's the guy that's calling all the plays for the Tigers defensively.
Yeah, I noticed that Moon has C's on their jersey for the captains.
Yep.
That's pretty cool to have in high school football. You don't see that too often.
No, you don't. They kind of adopted that when the NFL did it.
Yeah.
A handful of seasons ago. Second down at 11. Back to pass is Hellman. Throwing just undershot. A touchdown, a great route run, but could not connect with John Banbury, the freshman.
I think that's a throw that Hellman could wish he has back. Just a little soft. They had an opportunity there for 6.
Makes it third down at 11 at the 17-yard line, under 6 to play. Got some movement there.
Flag on the play.
There's no foul on a play. Timeout, Upper St. Clair.
Panthers burn the timeout to avoid the penalty. As it's 5:50 to play here in the third, 14-14, Upper St. Clair and Moon.
Hey, you know, Matt, I hate to talk about myself, but between the broadcast team here, I know I'm usually known as the football player, but I had to dig into the archives, and I found some footage this week of the local Moon native, Matt Fargo. Look at the throwbacks here by Matt Fargo. That is a true football prospect right there.
That's great because, you know, the football picture, and then you see the credential immediately. So it was like you went for football, and then I knew I needed a media credential.
Wow. I couldn't get some video footage. I could just get pictures, though.
That was well played, JP. Well played.
Had to go into the archives to find that.
I think that's the only thing that exists of me playing football.
The local Whippeal Hall of Fame has those pictures hanging up.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to hear about that one. Backside pass that was completed. Michael Albert.
That'll bring on the field goal unit for the Panthers.
And now USC is going to bring out the field goal attempt, and they are very high on what Bennett Henderson can do in terms of kicking. Near side hash, left to right, and it whirly birds, no good. So we stay tied. Moon and Upper St. Clair knotted up. Now I'm going to start to go look at JP's archive. We'll be back on the Steel City High School Football Showcase here on KDKA Plus.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 5 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Looking to escape a dead-end job? We can help. Apply at 2 Men in a Truck today for a good job that can become a great career.
And we welcome you back here. This is the reason why the field goal was no good. Laces front. Bennett Henderson was talking to Gavin Williams earlier this week, doing play-by-play for Upper St. Clair, and he said he has not seen Henderson miss a kick that wasn't blocked. So the announcers jinxed it a couple days before, but
field goals
handed off the right side here.
Field goals are so hard to come by in high school football because of the operation. You know, you just don't get enough practice of the long snapper to the hold to the kick in real live game situations where you feel the pressure. You know, it's easy to do it at practice when nobody's watching and there's nothing on the line. Not easy, but easier. You know, it's unfortunate that USC wasn't able to capitalize. It was such a great opening drive and just stalled out in the red zone.
House Blado on the carry at 2nd down and 8. Picked up 2. Nazir Brookins going to duck inside of the 25-yard line.
Number 70, Mason Geyer on the stop for the Panthers.
It'd be great for Moon to get at least one first down here on this drive. This is a big play. 3rd and 5, you got every play in the playbook. Run your best play.
3rd down 5 from the 25. Off the left side, Stewart going to be stood up and then shoved out shy of the sticks. This is going to be, I think, about a yard shy.
Knocked out of bounds by number 6.
I thought he was going to get it for sure.
Yeah. John Banbury came out of nowhere. Number 6 on the screen. He's coming from the other side of the field, JP.
Wow. Talk about pursuit. That deserves a shout out tomorrow in the film meeting room.
Walski added a little something extra on that. They're actually going to give that a Moon first down. He did get it. So Moon picks up the first. First and 10, Tigers now at their own 30. This is now Bronaugh coming to the near side, got the first down, and will be pulled out of bounds as a flag is back in the area of what would be assumed holding.
Bronaugh runs really well. Every time he touches the ball, it's a positive play. And he's got some speed. I noticed that in the first half. Impressive patience by him there to get around the corner.
Officials chatting about this one.
Holding. Offense, number 25. That penalty be assessed 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
You know, this isn't a bad thing, but the referee, we've heard his voice a lot tonight. He got a great Pittsburgh accent.
Yeah.
Resume first down.
Don. First down. Yeah, he's going to get Permane brothers after this one, no doubt. Left side, it's Brookins trying to pick up some of that lost penalty yardage to the 30-yard line, is able to do so.
Second down, D-A-H-N.
Second and long for the Tigers.
He'll be on the North Shore.
Yeah.
For the Steelers game.
But that is awesome that the ref has a microphone in high school football. That is so high tech. That is so cool that all the viewers at home get to listen to the referee.
Second down, 10. Prazzoli this time. Maybe a yard. Upper St. Clair reading this one beautifully. Nathan Stoll, the junior, on the stop. There's another flag down.
Busy night tonight for the Zebras here.
We're going to get to hear again.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
I'll only be able to hear that for the rest of the game.
Yeah, now everybody's going to be looking for it.
This referee has no idea he's the main topic of the broadcast right now. But if his I hope his family's at home watching the game and know he's the star of the show right now.
Blado off the left side. Get 4 to the 50. And Moon's going to clap at approval of this one. And Moon fans almost mockingly cheering this penalty.
Tackled by number 74, Reese Perrine, but there's another flag on the field.
After the play, personal foul, defense, number 58. 15 yards from the end of the run. Result, first down.
You know, now I'm starting to think he is down into the broadcast. He's just going to start tossing this thing now.
I think he said, you guys want to talk about me? Here, listen again. Since we said that, there's been 3 penalties.
Shout out to all the PIAA officials, by the way. Referee Appreciation Month. Ball is dropped and bobbled. Picked up, and then he's going to cut back the other way. This is Paul Bronaugh, and sophomore trying to make something out of the bobbled snap. It's going to end up losing 5 back to the 40-yard line.
That's a killer. They just got into opponent territory, and a miscue like that happens. But every time that's happened so far this game, they answer.
Nate Stoll again making sure Bronaugh wasn't going to slip away. You see him there. Stoll was an all-conference player on both the offense and defensive lines a season ago.
Love a good two-way player.
Back to the ground and pound gain of Josh Bladel. We're already ticking inside a minute here in the third and no score since we sent it to the bands.
Well, 3rd and long again here, Matt. Let's see what they do.
Third down, 12 on the 37-yard line for Moon.
They already used their one trick play for the game.
Motion is Perzoli. Fake it to him. Now going to throw. One-on-one coverage, trying to go behind, and it goes incomplete as they tried to hook up with Braden Stewart.
Excellent coverage by number 8, Charlie.
I like the aggressiveness. You got to take a shot. 3rd and long, you're behind the sticks. It's unlikely you can convert by running the football. Although Moon's done it a handful of times tonight.
Bywalski on the coverage there for USC. Hayden Boland back to punt. Had one go over his head already tonight. Set up an Upper St. Clair touchdown that tied this thing, and this one's going to go up the elevator shaft. This is not long, but what kind of bounce is it going to have? It's kind of a neutral. I'll tell you what, Marco Cerrone was very close to that one, just plunking him.
Wow. That almost went.
That punt will end the third quarter with this thing tied. Upper St. Clair and Moon when we come back, the 4th chapter of the Panthers and the Tigers. Stay with us on the Showcase right here on KDKA+.
Panera's You Pick 2 means when part of you wants crispy, crunchy, fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky, peppery. Both yous win big. You pick 2 and get more. Cater your next event with Panera.
We raised $5,000!
When you purchase life insurance and annuity products from GBU Life, you also have more opportunities to give back to your community. GBU matches donations you make up to $1,000 per member.
I have GBU Life Insurance. Oh, wow. I have a GBU youth policy. Whoa.
We've got GBU annuities. Hey!
Our $5,000 just turned into $10,000.
That's a lot of big checks.
Find out more at gbu.org.
When you step through that door or shake their hands, will you be prepared? When you stand up for a client or walk into that meeting, will you be ready? Ready to prove to them that you deserve to be there?
When you come to Washington and Jefferson, you will be.
Washington and Jefferson College. Are you ready?
I can show you the good now, but you're not going to understand how good it is until you know where I came from. Teen mom, dropped out of high school. I came across UPMC's Pathways to Work program, and my life changed 100%. I didn't know that I had these skills. UPMC brought it out of me. And now it's like the light just kind of starts shining.
Let's play a 4th. Tied here at 14. Moon and Upper St. Clair here in the Steel City High School Football Showcase. Beautiful shot on the campus of Upper St. Clair tonight. And Chambers getting the carry on the first play of the 4th quarter. And he'll pick up a St. Clair first down across the 40 to the 43-yard line. A fresh set for USC.
USC has had the juice so far in this second half. They've come out with a whole different mentality. They're moving the ball.
Yeah, and I have to imagine this drive, JP, with the frustration of not coming away with any points on that last one after how successful it was, but then stalling out. You credit Moon to that, and as Dahlem gets the Wildcat handoff, and He gets pulled down to the backfield beautifully. And guess who it is? It's Josh Bladel. He's been everywhere on the field for the Tigers tonight.
Josh Bladel's a tough kid, man. Getting it done on both sides of the field. He's a workhorse.
I asked Ryan Lynn, similarities, differences from Josh and Ben, older brother, and he goes, they're not built the same, but they definitely play the same, have the same mentality.
It's a good mentality to have. You can see it's paying off so far tonight.
Back to pass, Helmet with some pressure. Steps up into the pocket. Rolling here to the near side. And finally decides to just tuck it and run, and he's going to gain some of that lost yardage from the play that got tripped up Dallum. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 42-yard line. No further there. It will be third down, but I think Upper St. Clair got lucky on one. I saw a block in the back that ended up not being called.
Yeah, they got lucky on that play in general. He should have been tackled 10 yards before he got tackled.
Third down, 10 from the 38. Back to pass. Rolling out to the left side. Going to let it throw. Howman deep to Dallum, and he can't hang on. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
I like the idea. Good execution by Hellman. Great body control by Dallum to adjust. He just couldn't bring it in. He did the hard part.
This brings out Jacobo Hechavarria. Punter for Upper St. Clair.
Sorry, Jake.
Punt is away. Ball's going to roll out of bounds. And the Tigers offense back to work. Holds the St. Clair offense. Next week, regular season finale. Where else would you rather be? Aliquippa, Central Valley. From Beaver County, we'll have it for you. The Quips and the Warriors next Friday night. Aliquippa trying to remain undefeated tonight and next week if they can win this week. Warriors and Quips next Friday right here on KDKA Plus in the Steel City High School Football Showcase. Looking forward to talking to you then. And one of the Aliquippa graduates, Darrell Rivas, his son, actually plays at Moon. Jaden Rivas is a sophomore, not a starter, but JV player.
You know, I can't believe next week is the last week of the regular season already, Matt. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, it also flies when you go to the CFL for a month and a half.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I know. It feels like it was a week ago.
Yeah, well, not for us here. We missed you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed you guys too.
We all were proud.
Thank you. Yeah, I came back, man. Excited to get back to work, and I re-signed with them, so I'll be back there next year for next season. And but you know, I was happy that I could finish out this season with you guys. I'm just thankful that you welcomed me back with open arms.
Absolutely wouldn't want it any other way. Getting a good one here tonight because of it, and we're going to talk to our buddy again.
Personal foul, face mask, offense. That penalty be assessed half the distance to the goal. Replay first down.
March the Tigers back. This is another drive for Moon, JP, that this is going to stack them back against their goalpost.
From inside. 10-yard line.
Yeah, you don't want to go backwards. And they're back in their own territory again. But, you know, they've had success driving the length of the field with this strategy they've been using all night long.
Bladel going to try to bounce it to the corner, and he's just able to get to the corner. No further. Great open field tackle there by Julian Dallum.
You know, Bladel, he's going to be sore tomorrow. he plays almost every play in positions that take a lot of contact. Tough kid.
The other thing, too, is we're seeing a lot, for a 5A school, 2 of them, in Upper St. Clair and Moon, seeing a lot of players play both ways.
Yeah, love that about high school football.
Right.
So fun. That's the best. Growing up with guys and playing your whole childhood and then high school with, so genuine.
And there's a burst of speed down the far sideline. Is anybody going to catch him? No, he's going all the way for the Tiger touchdown. Paul Brona breaks free for an 85-yard Tiger touchdown.
I told you, man, keep giving him the ball. I saw him pull away in the first half, and he did again last drive. He's the fastest player on the field tonight. He got breakaway speed, and he showcased it there. Impressive.
Brona strikes up the Tiger band. I think somebody is probably calling a timeout here because the Tigers are. Someone call a timeout, something go down.
Injury timeout.
Timeout.
I don't see who called the timeout, but we're going to take another look at the touchdown, JP.
Let's do it. Not much to explain here. He got to the sideline, and it's the fastest man wins at that point. Brona won. That's really the first splash big play we've seen all night. Really it's been that earn and churn type offense where you're just slowly attacking, 5 yards at a time. What was that, 80 yards?
85.
85. But hey, whatever it takes to get it done. That's exciting to see. And that's exactly what Moon needed in this second half.
Hayden Boland for the extra point. It's good. 8:52 to play here in the fourth. Moon's third lead of the night. They've been the only team to lead. They have another one, 21-14 here in the fourth. It's the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine. And we are back after this on KDKA+.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 5 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
At 2 Men and a Truck, we'll treat you and your belongings like we'd treat our own grandmas.
Here we go. Hello there. Welcome.
Whether we're moving you across town or even across the country.
Tune in this Friday to the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine as the Aliquippa Quips take on the Central Valley Warriors. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Are you ready?
Welcome back. 21-14. Moon now has the lead over USC. Here in the fourth. Boland back on a tee and sends it into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. JP, Yeah, I thought almost they changed the rule all of a sudden because a kickoff earlier I thought crossed the goal line, and it had been my knowledge that once it does that, that's dead. It's a touchback. And this time they almost let it go again.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know high school football rules and history of WPIAL high school football better than anybody, so it's rare to me that I mean, I can't believe you admitted that you didn't know something. Or that you thought was wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing gets by you.
Yeah, because I thought earlier, I was like, I think that crossed the goal line, but they let him pull it out. And that one definitely did. And
so at first you thought they might have changed the rule. Right.
St. Clair going back to the ground game, and they break a big run here to the 50, down to the 45-yard line. And Upper St. Clair's John Banbury with the burst to give the Panthers something to cheer about on a 38-yard rush.
The past 2 plays of the game have been the longest for both teams.
But not until after an Upper St. Clair first down.
Banbury sets up the Panthers first down and 10 from the 42. Back into the belly, off the right side. And how about now the freshman getting carries? We saw a steady dose of number 5, Mason Chambers, the senior, but it's now number 6 in your program, John Banbury, the freshman, 5'11", 195, that picks up 5 on that first down run.
It's not easy to do. He plays a freshman. That's impressive. He doesn't look like a freshman. Got a bright future.
Flea flicker opportunity here. They're going to let it fly down the middle of the field, and it works to the 5. And the money to Van Helman.
Brother to
First
brother.
and goal, Panthers.
Great catch. Adjustment in the air to come back to the ball. Impressive by the Hellman brothers.
That's a 32-yard pass and catch. First and goal, Panthers from the 6. And somebody moved. It's going to be a false start
Flag on the play.
on the Panthers, but why ruin the party? Let's hear it from the White Hat's mouth.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 70, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
I'm not going to say it.
I think everyone's thinking it, so.
Well, I can't help but to look over at you, and you're just smiling at me.
Because you're grinning ear to ear over there.
That one was emphasized a little bit, but I'm done talking about it.
Okay, all right. First down and goal now back at the 11. Panthers making this a little harder on themselves. Hellman going to throw it back, completes the pass over to Banbury, who is into the end zone for the St. Clair touchdown. Hellman hooks up with John Banbury for the Upper St. Clair touchdown.
You know, last time when they were down in the red zone, they stalled out. And this screen pass was the perfect play call in this moment to get the Panthers in the end zone. And how about the extra effort by Banbury to break 1 or 2 tackles? Nothing was going to stop him there from getting in the end zone.
How about the freshman's first touchdown of his varsity career?
Really? Aw, great moment.
Doing it on the big stage on TV.
Yep. I'll never forget that. I still remember mine.
Hey, Mom. That's Mason Chambers and the Upper St. Clair Panthers getting it done. Tied at 21. Back on the showcase after this.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBU Life.
What does it do?
It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends. What's so great about that? My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBU Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more. Oh. You might be interested in a GBU Life annuity.
You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Are you an aspiring entrepreneur, a dreamer with a passion for success? With Koza Law Group, your journey starts now. Whether you're dreaming of a small startup or envisioning a global empire, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Starting a business shouldn't be scary. It's about embracing the spirit of innovation, taking calculated risks, and believing in your potential to make a difference. We are more than just legal advisors. We are redefining legal services. Contact us today to experience the Koza Law difference.
You can now get more local news on KDKA Plus. More breaking news.
Residents are being asked to stay outside of their house.
More community stories. More weather.
A couple of funnel clouds were spotted.
Weekdays at 12:30 on KDKA Plus.
And we welcome you back. Tied at 21, Moon and Upper St. Clair. It may say on your television that you're watching Bishop Canevin and Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. That game we did flex. And if you're curious, Bishop Canevin leads 41-7. So I think we made the right decision. We saw Canevin get it done 2 weeks ago in our fan choice game. They beat Cornell.
Whose call was that to flex the game?
The powers that be.
Oh, okay.
The powers that be.
It's a big decision. I think that was your call.
I'm going to say it's the powers that be.
The higher-ups.
Yep.
But good decision.
That's JRM
just found
production.
It interesting.
Making it happen. Making it happen. Compliments and complaints at JRM production.
Oh, halfway through the fourth quarter, Matt. Let's do this. It's going to be a great finish to this game. I can feel it.
Tied at 21, 6:40 to play. Moon touches the football next, and Blado off the right side. Trying to break it, and he's still not down.
Josh Blado with the carry for 6.
Marco Cerrone on the tackle for USC.
Well, Matt, we talked about it pregame. I said for the keys to the game, I said, who will step up in crunch time? I said this is going to be a one-score game, so the time is now. The stage is set.
And JP's keys are right again. Oh, no. Back for a loose football, and it's still loose. Panthers say they have the football. Nas Brookins was the only man back there. And official confirms Moon keeps the football. That would have been the turn that the Panthers needed.
That would have been a turn, all right. Especially if Moon ended up losing this game because they basically gift-wrapped 2 touchdowns for Upper St. Clair within their own 10-yard line.
Yep.
Woo, they're lucky to get back on top of that ball.
But it doesn't get easy. It's 3rd and 15 now for the Tigers, who we've mentioned don't love to throw the football. It's a convoy in front. Breaking it again is Bruno, and there he goes again! Avoids one, and he's off to the races again! Deja vu, 85 yards, touchdown Tigers!
Once again, a big run for a touchdown. That is a 6.
Man, the same exact play.
The same exact play, the same exact guy, from the same exact distance.
Wow. This one was different, though. He had to cut back. This one was more impressive. Paul Brona making a name for himself tonight. Man, he needs to get the ball more.
Who will step up? JP?
Paul Brona.
I think number 6 will step up. Extra point.
He could play. He got speed.
Hayden Bolin puts it through the poles. 5:12 to play. Moon 28, Upper St. Clair 21. It's the Steel City High School Football Showcase. A good one here tonight from the South Hills. We'll be back on KDKA Plus.
Tune in this Friday to the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine as the Aliquippa Quips take on the Central Valley Warriors. Friday night at 7 on KDKA Plus. Are you ready?
You can now get more local news on KDKA Plus. More breaking news.
Residents are being asked to stay outside of their house.
More community stories. More weather.
A couple of funnel clouds were spotted.
Weekdays at 12:30 on KDKA Plus.
Pittsburgh. Its long and proud heritage is beautifully preserved in the awe-inspiring buildings that surround it. In the places where we live, where we worship, and where we play. One company has been awarded the challenge of restoring all that great heritage for nearly 75 years. Mariani and Richards, restoring the heritage, preserving the pride.
I started working out with my dad when I was 12 years old. He said, while everybody else is sleeping, you up working. It's gonna pay off for you. Biggest decisions I ever had to make my junior year. I had my daughter at the time, so, I'm like, I gotta provide. I had the opportunity to leave early. I had to make a decision. Was I gonna leave or was I gonna come back to college for an extra year? I'm about to cry talking about this shit. Once I made that decision to come back, my mindset wasn't just to be good, it was to be great.
Coming into tonight, sophomore Paul Bronaugh had 1 touchdown. He has 2 big ones tonight for the Moon Tigers, who have the lead, 28-21. And, just a play before, Moon almost turned the ball over and turned this game totally on its head. And now the Tigers have a 7-point lead again.
This has been a ride.
The Panthers have chipped back again. Dante Corey on the return to the 30-yard line. Panthers have responded. Moon has had 4 leads in this game, and the Panthers have responded and tied it at each. 7-7, 14-7, 21-21, and now here we are 28-21. And will the script continue, or Moon, will they throw a wrench into this one here in the fourth quarter in the waning moments?
Obviously if you're Moon, you can't pick and choose on what plays you score on, but it almost would have been nice if they took a little bit more time off the clock to make it a harder situation for USC to try to tie this ball game.
Hey, congratulations to the 7th grade Upper St. Clair youth football team. Finished the season 7-1, and the 8th grade and JVB players both went undefeated. Youth football in USC doing big things. Congrats to them.
I'd like to see a case study done on
Hellman dumping it off here to the 35-40. Near side, ball comes loose but goes out of bounds. Hauling in that pass is Ray Lindstrom. First reception of the ball game. The sophomore hauls it in. And again, Upper St. Clair moves the ball to the 50-yard line on the first play of their drive.
But I was saying, I'd like to see a case study done on youth football teams and the teams that win the championship. How do they turn out in high school, 8 years later? Does that translate, or do they peak too early, or what? Does that have...
That's interesting.
It's an
interesting thought. Back to pass. Hellman rolls, almost got tripped up, hit as he throws, but it's on the money, and hauling it in is Van Hellman. Bro, combo again to the 30. Panther first down.
The Hellman connection is alive and well in the second half.
Under 5 minutes to play. It just feels like these two heavyweights just keep going at it. No one wants to give it up. Playing for the playoffs, Upper St. Clair must win this game. Moon can still get in with some help, even with the loss, but Upper St. Clair would be in trouble if they lose this game. As Chambers gets the carry and picks up 3 on the first down run inside the 30.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
Sinatra on the tackle for Moon on a second down and 8.
So it's crunch time. And you know what I like to say, Matt? In crunch time, you don't call plays. you call on players.
I like that. They call on Chambers. And Chambers breaks a tackle, has the 15. Chambers to the 10, 5. They call on him, and he delivers. Touchdown, Upper St. Clair. Mason Chambers, the player to watch. And Upper St. Clair just watched him walk into the end zone to try to tie this thing up at 28.
Wow. Was that prefaced perfectly? Unbelievable. You don't call plays, you call on players. Wow. And what a play that was.
Here's Bennett Henderson to attempt the game-tying extra point. It's good. We're tied at 28 all, 3:48 to play in the ball game, and these two just keep going back and forth.
Man, what a game we got here, Matt.
Oh, man, the ref is down. Both athletic training staffs are out to attend to a down official. And as they tend to the down official, take a look at what Mason Chambers has done tonight. He's been impressive, has he not?
He has been impressive. He's hard to bring down. He broke a few tackles there on that run. I didn't think he was going to get there, but he had the will to get there. Nobody was going to stop him on that last run.
That was his first touchdown, a 1-yard plunge when St. Clair took over the ball at the 1-yard line after the botched snap on the punt from Moon. That tied things at 14, and then here is the equalizer. Mason Chambers called on by Mike Junko and delivers the touchdown. And good news is the official is upright. And I mentioned to shout out the PIAA officials. We're talking about Appreciation Week and all that. These guys, you know, they have their full-time jobs. They're away from their families on Friday nights to allow all of us to benefit from what is scholastic sports. It doesn't get talked about really enough, but
I agree. And you're always the bad guy. You never have a home game.
Right.
Nobody likes you. You're just doing it for the love of the sport. Yeah, that's great. They don't get the appreciation they should. Just hope he didn't pull a hammy on that run.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. But we were told that it was a non-contact injury from the truck, but we're not going to show it. But
questionable to return.
Questionable to return, yeah. Thank you for the injury update there, JP. They will, I would assume they're going to roll without him at this point.
To kick off for the Panthers.
In a playoff game, there would be a backup official to step in.
Wow, these are things I never thought about before.
Ball goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Moon gets the football back, 3:48 to play. And, you know, Moon football is impressive, but Moon soccer and the girls' side of things, JP, has been unbelievable. Last year they won the WPI and the PIAA championship with a perfect 24-0 record. They were ranked number 2 in the country, according to United Coaches Soccer. They started the 2023 season. This season, ranked number 2 in the preseason, have dropped out of the top 25, but doing a great job again this year. Head coach Bill Pfeiffer, National Federation of High School Associations Girls Soccer Coach of the Year. Congratulations to Bill, and shout out to Moon Girls Soccer. Doing a great job.
Wow, number 2 in the country.
That's something.
That's crazy.
This Bladel going off the right side. Back to work for the Tigers as he picks up the 21-yard line.
For a short gain. Brought down by number 58, Nate Stoll.
Well, this is exactly the situation that Moon wants. 3.5 minutes left for the rest of the ball game. They got the ball. Usually it takes them about 10 minutes per drive. But here they got to score in 3 minutes. I mean, the last 2 drives they scored on
85
yards. So they can walk off and close this thing out.
Second down 9 from the 21-yard line. Off the right side. It's Bronaugh getting the carry, just a sophomore. And I mean, I mentioned just one touchdown coming into tonight's game. Safe to say a coming out party tonight for number 6.
Yeah, I think both his long touchdowns will definitely be on his highlight tape.
Third down now, but Moon has just all game, it seems, JP, licked their chops when it's been third and long.
I agree 100%, which is so rare. You don't want to get in a third and long situation as a running team, but they've thrived in that situation all game long. You're right.
St. Clair jumps. Were they drawn? No. Free 5, courtesy of the Panther defense.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense. It's 5-yard penalty, still third down.
That makes it more manageable.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Third down 2 from the 23. Bladel gonna lower his shoulder, push forward, and he's right at the sticks according to the preliminary spot. It's a first down for Moon.
Wow. That free 5 yards was big.
Defensive coordinator for Upper St. Clair, Jeff Donati, going to have to dial something up. He's also the St. Clair baseball coach.
First and 10 for the Tigers on the 30.
First down and 10. Right up the middle. Bladel gets 3 to the 34.
Timeout. Moon. That's their first.
First time out for the Tigers, and now it's time for the Koza Law Group lineman of the game. Giving a shout out to the big fellas, and tonight's Koza lineman of the game is Nate Stoll, the do-everything offensive and defensive side of the football, the junior, thanks to Koza Law.
You've called his name a lot tonight. He's been wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, it's been an impressive effort from really both lines have played well tonight. It's just been at times Moon's been able to break a play, and St. Clair obviously responding with that touchdown run that ties things at 28. But shout out to the big fellas up front. Thanks to Koza Law Group for helping us do it. You know, one of the people that may be torn between these two is Mike Junko's wife, Misty, who's a gym teacher and health teacher at Moon.
Wow.
So, you know, are you rooting for the kids you teach and see every day, or are you rooting for your husband?
You know, that was talked about a lot in school this week and in class
No
today.
doubt.
How'd you figure that out? You get a private investigator to find these things out?
I'll divulge that in a second. High snap, handled and absolutely planted. And right on cue, there's Nate Stoll coming up and laying the lick.
Every week, Matt predicts as soon as it's like a positive jinx. As soon as he talks about the Koza lineman of the game, they're guaranteed to make a play the next play.
Oh, handoff and then introduce yourself, 58. My goodness.
Wow.
Get loud, Panther fans. It's
Third down and 7 for the Tigers. Under a minute to play. Clock winding here in the fourth, tied at 28. Right side, it's Stewart. Lowering his shoulder and being bottled up at about the 35-yard line. Gains 2 short of the marker. It's fourth down. Clock stops with 45 seconds to play.
You know, actually, in that situation, it would have been great if he would have went down before he got out of bounds. they could have ran the clock out then almost.
St. Clair still with 2 timeouts in their pocket. You see there on your screen. This is going to be a quick change. Moon was trying to hurry up and punt the ball up, but a good job by St. Clair to get the special teamers out there. Remember, he had a bad snap. This one is good. What a boot by Hayden Boland. And the fair catch is called for at the 26-yard line. So St. Clair with 39 seconds left will have it. We want to thank our Steel City High School Football Showcase sponsors, UPMC Sports Medicine, Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, GBU Life, 2 Minute a Truck, Koza Law Group, Special Olympics Pennsylvania, Laway Enterprises, Ready Premium Hydration, LaRoche University, Mariotti and Richards Incorporated, Washington and Jefferson College, the Waterfront, Panera Bread, and Allegheny College. Thank you to all of our sponsors bringing you high school football all season long and bringing you a great one here tonight.
This is a classic.
And are we bound for more than 39 seconds? Hellman stepping up and going to take off and run with it. Hellman breaks the tackle, trying here to the near side. Breaks another one and spins out of bounds at the 40-yard line. First down, Panthers. Gains 12 on the quarterback scramble.
Got out of bounds, too. High football IQ. Quarterback draw to start the drive. I like it. See if they can get in field goal range. You said they're real high on their kicker.
They already missed one earlier today, but could they call on him again? Another quarterback design play, and Moon reads it this time, shredding his blocker and planting him, Michael Parisi.
Timeout. Upper St. Clair, that's their second.
Panthers call a timeout, burn their second. $28-all with just 25 seconds to go. And, you know, some games, JP, you save 25 seconds, barring something crazy, you know, you're going to overtime. But the way that these two teams have scored, nothing's out of the question the way that this game has gone.
Nothing's out of the question. We've seen everything tonight. It's been a roller coaster ride, especially in this second half. There's been big plays, big hits. Quite the script for tonight so far. And I think we might be bound for little extra time.
Could we? Ethan Hellman, the sophomore quarterback. We're taking a look at Ethan Hellman as we're coming up on a second down at 14. Some of his highlights from earlier tonight. As Hellman back to live action, rolling out, going to let it fly down the side. It's a jump ball, and it's bobbled and dropped incomplete. Tigers defensive backs turned around at the right time. Nicky Rizzoli breaking up that play.
Maybe the biggest defensive play tonight at the perfect time.
17 ticks to play here in the fourth.
Because that was in Dalem's hands. Oh.
Third down at 10. More importantly, 17 seconds to go. USC with one timeout left. And whistles. Upper St. Clair's going to burn this last time out here.
Upper St. Clair, that's their third and final.
Don't want to see that, JP. Like, as far as burning this time out, if you want any shot at kicking the field goal now, it almost puts St. Clair in a position of, do you even risk it here and you just go into OT?
Right. Yeah. Almost only something bad can happen if you try to do too much. But you're right, yeah. Spending one timeout, they're out now, so if they get a 30-yard pass, I don't think they have the time to run the whole way down there, send the field goal unit out, and get the kickoff.
Really perfect night here for high school football. 53 degrees on October night. The rain has left us. We actually ended up getting a great night for high school football.
Perfect night. Fall, crisp.
You love this weather,
Oh,
man.
this is the best, dude. I can walk out of my house and smell it. You know, it's just like, football weather.
3rd and 10, and they go to Chambers. A handoff here, and he breaks a tackle, and here goes Chambers. Chambers breaks another tackle. Chambers to the 35, the 30, and he's going to be finally bottled up at the 31-yard line.
Spike it.
They got 5 seconds, and the Moon player is down, which is going to get Upper St. Clair a chance here.
Wow.
This is crazy. Upper St. Clair would have definitely not had... Well, I mean, obviously the clock stops anyway for the reset of the chains, but that would have been awfully close. But there is a Moon player down, so that's going to make it a moot point. As we see Chambers almost called game as he was sweeping his way through here.
But the injury couldn't have come at a more inopportune time because I don't think they were going to be able to spike it.
Yeah.
And I've never seen so many players pointing, like trying to get the referee's attention that somebody was injured because they knew that it's almost like a free timeout.
Right.
Hope he's okay, though.
It was a 34-yard run by Chambers to make it to the 32-yard line.
You know, I don't even know if USC was expecting that. I think they were kind of just... That was their way of punting for overtime, you know?
Right.
Let's run it, run the clock out. If they knew that was going to happen, I don't think they would have used the timeout the play before.
All right, so they're going to have to spike this because the clock's going to start. Clock starts. And he went down to a knee. Oh, no, he went down to a knee. He didn't spike it. Oh, my. That's going to run this clock out, and we're going to go to overtime. So they wanted to spike it to try to give Bennett Henderson a chance for a game-winning field goal, but instead... Ethan Hellman goes down to a knee. And in one more of the bizarre plays that we'll see.
Please put 3 minutes on the game clock and start rolling.
You heard the man. That's going to be a break between now and overtime. When we come back, fighting for postseason play, Upper St. Clair and Moon. Would you want it any other way? We're coming back with OT from the South Hills and the Steel City High School Football Showcase.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 5 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Why call 2 men in a truck? If you're like Joe, you need to move your business without moving a single meeting. The word stop isn't in your vocabulary. You want it handled with no hitches, no glitches, and no sweat. That's why you call 2 men in a truck.
2 men in a truck.
Panera's You Pick 2 means when part of you wants crispy, crunchy, fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky, peppery. Both U's win big. You pick 2 and get more. Cater your next event with Panera.
When 4 isn't enough, we go to overtime. And with these two fighting for the postseason, it's only fitting. Moon and Upper St. Clair tied at 28. Welcome inside our JRM production of high school football. It's the Steel City High School Football Showcase. And for the second time in our season, a little OT. Welcome back, JP.
OT selection, man. This is a great game to come back for. But I know Ethan Hellman isn't listening to the broadcast right now because he's in the game. But he looked very dejected after that play. And I don't think it's that big of a deal. You got to shake it off. You got the most important part of the game coming up, and that's the next play. The likelihood of making a field goal from that far anyways were very slim, if at all. So it's easy to do because nobody practices spiking the ball. You just don't do that ever.
Yep.
So, I can see how he made that mistake. It's not that big of a deal. Shake it off and keep going. Keep your head up, buddy.
Moon won the toss and elected to play defense. Upper St. Clair wants to play down at the scoreboard end.
Giving us our instructions for overtime. Moon will be on the defensive side of the football, so that means you got to put the sophomore right back out there. And, one way or the other, you're never going to know what would or could have happened after that, so you got to put it behind you. And, he's been playing so well tonight that they wouldn't be in this game if it wasn't for his effort. So, got to rebound because there's a game still to win.
Right. Got to snap and clear. And, he's young. He's a sophomore, so one of those senior leaders got to come up to him on the sideline, put his arm around him, and say, hey, let's go win us a football game.
Well, thanks for tuning in for tonight. If you're just joining us, this has been a back-and-forth affair since the word go. Both of these teams played slow, methodical drives. Only 5 possessions of the football in the entire first half between the two teams. And it's been back and forth. Moon has had the lead, and Upper St. Clair has only come close to tying. They have not had the lead, and Chambers is going to try to change that as he carries it already inside the 5 down to the 4. Overtime reminder rules. Each team will possess the football, kind of like college football, but they get it first and goal from the 10. So the rest of the sticks, except for where the line of scrimmage is, they have the rest of the night off. They should get the rest of the time to be spectators of this one. And here's Dallum keeping, Dallum fighting, and Upper St. Clair, 2 plays into overtime, has their first lead of the ball game. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, that didn't take long. Let's go.
Call on Julian Dallum.
Wow, look at that leg drive. They stood him up at about the 3 or 4 yard line, and he churned his way in there.
Extra point from the right foot of Bennett Henderson is up and good. So 35-28, first time the Panthers have been on the winning side of things tonight. And Moon needs a touchdown and an extra point to advance us into OT number 2.
I love this style of overtime.
I do too. I'm with you, JP. And, with these two, the way that they've done it, it almost feels like we could be here a while.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to come down to who can get a stop first.
Yeah.
Whose defense is going to step up? So if you're the USC Panthers, you're at home. It's the end of the season. This game is important for playoff implications. You got to get a stop here in these next 4 downs.
Bladel keeps. Bladel to the 5. It looked like Bladel hesitated about maybe passing it there for a second, JP. Get your thought on this.
A little Tim Tebow jump pass.
Yeah.
He thought about it. The way he held the ball. Yeah, I agree. Looked like he was searching for the laces as he was tucking it. Maybe he'll keep that in the back pocket for later this drive.
It's Brookins. Nazir Brookins carries inside the 5. It will be 3rd and goal at the 3. First overtime, 35-28, Upper St. Clair gets it in 2 plays, and now Moon trying to answer. Allegheny 6 matchup.
I don't think they got to do anything sexy or tricky here.
3rd down and 3. Leda one more time. Gonna try to bounce it. And a great tackle on the money. It's Julian Dallum who scores the touchdown. He has a big-time tackle. And it will be 4th down and goal for Moon. And it comes down to this play if this ball game continues. Moon's gonna take a timeout here.
Timeout Tigers.
Fourth down and 4 from the goal. 4th down and goal from the 4. And it is, JP, I'm curious, if you're Ryan Lynn, you drawing up, what are you drawing up here? You need 4, or this game's going to go in the favor of the Panthers.
That's a great question. You know, with their style of offense, they don't do anything too tricky, but I think you got to have something in your back pocket. He used one trick play earlier. I wouldn't go that tricky. But as I said earlier, you don't call plays, you call on players. So if you're going to go down swinging, the ball has to be in Bladle's or Brookins' hands.
Don't forget Brona.
Yeah, Brona too. Yeah, what am I thinking about? Yeah.
All right, here we go. 4th and goal from the 4 for Moon. Needs the end zone. It's Brona keeping. Brona going to try to get to the corner. Brona's untouched for the 3rd time tonight. Touchdown, Tigers.
You called it. You called it. He has speed.
Extra point away. Brona from 4 for 6.
I got a great point that I want to talk about. Let's see that again.
Is Moon thinking about going for this thing, JP? I think.
Okay, look, I'll show you the most important aspect of this play. Play it a little bit. Pause right here. Pause right here. Stop. This receiver right here is going to make the play of the game. This corner is diving in here to make the tackle, and this receiver is going to make the block of the game. Now watch. Look at the block that allows Brona to get around the edge and seal
They're going
the
to go
touchdown.
for this, JP.
They're going for 2.
Going for the win. Moon's going for the win. Brona keeping. Brona to the end zone. A walk-off winner. Touchdown, Tigers. There is a flag down. There's a flag down. So hold the phone.
Oh, my gosh. Was somebody not set?
It's a false start penalty on Moon. False start on Moon. So now what? Do you just kick the extra point, play for another? Or do you go for it a second time? Ryan Lynn wants an explanation, and understandably so. As we take another look at what would have been.
Wow, look at this setup here. We're getting 2 different cameras at one time. Wow, but I didn't see anything that stood out to me there that showed a false start. But they were definitely getting quick to get set because I was explaining the play.
Right.
And out of nowhere, they were like, wow, we're going for 2.
Well, Hayden Bolin now has to attempt this field goal kick from 5 yards back. So, not a gimme.
This is not a gimme. Come on, buddy.
Snap, hold, kick. It is through the pulls, and we're tied at 35. And just when you thought we were all going home, or those of you at home, we're going to watch the 10 o'clock news, we're going to play a second overtime instead.
This game has been crazy, man. Wow. But a star has been born here tonight.
Oh,
and
my,
Brona.
JP. No doubt.
They got something in him. He got speed, and speed kills.
You know, Ryan Lynn said when they had that win over Penn Hills earlier, they were 0-3. They beat Penn Hills. He said it was a statement win. He said, you cannot just think about getting confidence. You have to feel it. You have to earn confidence. And that was what changed this season for Moon. And now they're battling it out with the Panthers here to try to lock up number 2. And again, Moon with a loss can still get in with the potential. There's going to be Gardner points involved, things like that. So Moon's not definitely out. If Panthers lose, they are almost certain.
Wow.
So I mean, think about last year, JP. Peters Township, who's undefeated tonight, or this season, they were at home watching football in the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs last year. There was going to be a lot of good teams in 5A not in the postseason.
That just shows you how competitive it is from top to bottom.
Top 2 teams, only the top 2 teams in each conference guaranteed a spot in 5A, and then there's 2 available wild cards. That's the series.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can see why this game is so passionate tonight.
Oh, this has been an epic class. I mean, you talk about the largest lead of this game has been 7.
Yeah. Uh-oh,
now, Moon will have the ball on offense now first.
Well, look at this. Both student sections have left the bleachers and are now walking down onto the sideline.
Oh, yes. Good eye there, JP. Up against the fence on both sides. Moon back to work offensively. First down and goal from the 10. Bladel keeps. Bladel off the right side. Ducks inside. Bladel into the end zone. Touchdown, Moon. Josh Bladel from 10 away. And a Tiger touchdown.
To 35.
Now, a question. Do they do it again? Do they try to force St. Clair to?
Well, I think the kicker's out there, so I think they're going to kick it.
All right. Good thought, JP. I like the way you think that.
That usually gives it away.
Here's Hayden Boland, senior kicker, to try to tie thing, or try to give Moon a 7-point lead, I beg your pardon. Snap, hold, kick. Good. Moon, 7-point advantage. Back and forth we go.
So, you know, the coach has already got to be talking. What was so funny about that?
I'm more laughing at the game in general, but yeah, I would imagine the coaches are talking right now, though.
I know I'm funny, but I didn't think I was that funny. You know, if they score, we got to think of a 2-point play, or they're going to kick it.
All right, before we go to this series, I just got an update that went away, so I'll update you after. All right, here we go. West Mifflin freshman Armin Hill broke the Whippio single-game rushing record tonight, 495 yards tonight with 5 touchdowns. Unbelievable. Congrats to Mr. Hill as we get a penalty, timeout Upper St. Clair to not get the delay of game. So you're going to burn the timeout to avoid the penalty.
And you only get 1 timeout for all of overtime, right?
Yeah. The series.
Oh, per series. Right. Yeah, then obviously that's the right decision.
Number 2. If you were looking at the graphic earlier, apparently our program only goes to 1 overtime. So, our apologies. Even the program not even ready for what we were about to witness here tonight. So now this that timeout at least saves Upper St. Clair 5 yards, which with the first and goal situation from the 10-yard line, that's huge.
Yes, that was obviously the correct decision for Coach Junko to make.
And a stop as they give it off to Dallum, and he trips him up.
Down by number 18, Jared Moyer.
That's huge. Get a tackle for loss on the first play. Great job of shedding the blocker, keeping your outside arm free.
How about another underclassman, Jared Moyer, sophomore, coming up to make that tackle.
A lot of underclassmen quality players on both these teams. You don't really see that too much.
No. It's been fun to see. Second down and goal from the 13. Hellman back to pass, slant route, got a man, caught, touchdown, Panthers! It's Charlie Bywolski for the touchdown, a 13-yard passing catch.
A classic concept right there. They run a slant flat combo to the field. In the middle of the field is wide open for that slant route. Actually, they ran the same play earlier this game that they weren't able to connect on. The pass was a little bit underthrown. Obviously, that one was executed perfectly.
Looks like Panthers are going to go for the win.
And it looks like the Panthers are going for 2.
Upper St. Clair to put an end to this one. One way or the other, timeout. Moon wants to talk it over. So back and forth, these battle between really the new and upcoming coaches. I mean, you talk about Mike Junko. He's in his 5th season. On the other side, an impressive year in coaching resume for Ryan Lynn, who's in his 7th season at Moon. Both of these coaches have gotten their teams to the championship already. It's like the next generation. I mean, you know, we talked about Jim Render is up here in the press box tonight, one of the all-time winningest coach in Whitfield history, and Moon has had their fair share of success. Of course, going back to the Mark Capuano days, he was the head coach that won the 98 Whitfield championship.
Yeah, you're right. 2 up-and-coming coaches for sure. Both respectable programs.
Panthers to go for 2 and the win. Hellman at quarterback. Back to pass, backside, throws on the money! Caught for the touchdown, 2 points, it's good. St. Clair wins it in overtime. Van Hellman, bro to walk it off.
What a scene here.
Upper St. Clair keeps their playoff hopes alive in epic fashion.
And the student section basically storms the field. What a game. What a play call.
Got to see it again, right?
Got to see it again, because I almost thought for a second that the ball was juggled.
Yeah, and my thought here is, are feet down? Knee is down.
Control the ball.
Absolutely great call by the officials.
Great call by the official. And
my goodness, right into his beautiful.
Great camera angle there. You know, if you're the official, that's a hard call to make, because literally the game is decided by your call right there, right in front of you.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
What a ball game tonight. Moon falls to Upper St. Clair 43-42 in one of the epic ones that we've seen here in the WPIAL.
Wow, that was so much fun. Thanks for having me back.
Good to have you, JP.
That was fun. My football career will continue next year, but for the rest of this year, I'm in the booth with you, Matt Fargo.
And St. Clair are pretty happy about improving their chances for their season to continue beyond next week. And Moon will try to get the win over Baldwin next week and help themselves get into the postseason. But boy, if they do, they're going to be matched up with somebody, and it's going to be a tough out. These two teams are teams to be reckoned with when the playoffs come to town in just 2 weeks.
You know,
great ball game.
No matter what way that game ended, I almost felt like bad for either team that lost because both teams deserved to win. It was such a great game.
Hey, thanks for watching this presentation of the Steel City High School Football Showcase on KDKA+. Thanks to our producer, Jake Wislipchik, director Ryan Milan, and the entire JRM production crew. For Johnny Patrician, I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next week at Center Township for Aliquippa Central Valley. But for now, Upper St. Clair gets it done over Moon, 43-42. The 10 o'clock news is next. Good night, Pittsburgh.